On today's episode of Let's Talk FGO, first of all, we are not cursed by Zeus. Second of all, we're going to talk to you about lots of new news about things that will happen, but have not happened yet, because they haven't happened yet.
Guys.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We have news, but it's also of the this didn't happen yet variety. Anyway, that other voice you heard is Lucky. He is not in the future. He is in the present. I am, of course, Omega, and I exist simultaneously in the past, present, and future. Time is a river. It's weird. Anyway, how you doing?
How you doing, guys? I hope you're enjoying Fate Grand Order, a.k.a. it's Gudaguda, bitch. And while we here at Studio Mega like to bring you the latest and FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events about the JP and EN versions of the game. So anyone not want spoilers should just go follow Raita on Twitter. For reasons.
Also, because we did that weird intro that's open enough, technically you could have said fuck in there, because that was like 45 seconds. But when you wrote it, we didn't know.
No, we didn't.
But we can say bitch. As a joke.
Yeah.
YouTube is weird. Yeah, by the way, personally, if you want to ask us about the dislike thing, I don't think that affects us because we can still see the bar. It's just the public count isn't out there. And I don't know, it's interesting. I think I saw one of the best opinions on it on the internet. I forget the person who tweeted it. I saw it in context of like a different show, but somebody took this tweet out where they said basically like, okay, I understand why you're saying that the dislike bar exists to avoid scams and crappy tutorials and stuff, but those videos still exist and don't stop, and the dislike bar doesn't stop them. So what you say you think the dislike option exists for doesn't matter anyway. And I'm like, no, I think you're right, sir. You've said it correctly. I understand why people are complaining about the dislike bar going away, but also I don't know if it actually matters to those things. That said, I do also suspect YouTube is probably doing it so that corporations feel better about themselves and don't have awful dislike ratios when they post bad take videos. But anyway, it's a whole different thing. How y'all doing? Dislike bar exists so we can yell at Nintendo. Well, I mean, if this gets people to yell slightly less at Nintendo, I think I'm okay with that. I think there's a lot of yelling done at Nintendo, only some of which is justified. But with all that out of the way, I think it's time to check in with our favorite Kohai, Mash, really quick.
Yay.
Well, actually, should I do the Patreon intro first?
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, let's just get it out of the way. We can do either or first, because it's all part of the thing, but I guess Wake the Fuck Up Senpai gets the ball rolling on the show. So, before we dive into the show, let me remind everybody this episode is brought to you by our patrons, which includes, but is not limited to, Adam DeHarp, Aga Comics, Aga Yuzume, Ergda 10, Bugs G, Carlos, Dragon, Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robin, Sherver, Shiny P, some guy named Bob, 723, and Varen the Crow. If you like what we do, must listen to more, consider supporting on Patreon and get access to episodes early on, so it agrees, and it really helps us out. And the more of you who subscribe at high levels, the more names I have to read out fast, so you get to see how fast I can go. Daniel said that I talk like an auction barker on the sprawl, which is posted. Haha.
Yeah, I listened to a bit of it, and I think I understand sometimes when Axe is talking about that we might be a bit quiet, because I was listening to it, I was like, man, this does seem quiet.
Yeah, I didn't listen to the video version, because obviously that's captured on your machine. I think the audio was fine. Though yeah, Dallas, I think I even said in the episode, Dallas was just straight up quiet. I think I had him at like 200% that night.
Yeah, so I might have to see about boosting audio, or I have Audacity. I might have to like rip apart the video and audio, run the audio through some editing, and then stitch it back together, which might take some time. I don't fucking know.
That might take some extra effort, but at the very least, you'll have the bits, right? So
yeah,
that you won't have any problems syncing it up so long as you don't actually cut out the audio. You just boost it. But that's a whole separate setup. Anyway, we'll talk about that next time we do the AP and double check everybody's audio levels. Let us know. Preferably in the comments of that video, not this video, as much as I want to fish for comments, what you think about the audio. Don't know what the audio was like? Watch the video. See what I did there? Anyway, we'll talk more about that, I am sure, on What's Up Tomorrow, because I spent probably like a ratio of about 1 to 2 hours building extra complications for the job, and then 2 to 3 hours world building Cyberpunk for no reason.
No, I don't want complications.
I think it was a 1 to 3 rate. Well, I mean, you're playing Cyberpunk. You know there's going to be complications.
I know, but I just want to go in there, beat someone in the head with a gas grenade, fill them with drugs, and get out.
Well, we'll see if that works for you. If you roll 10s all night, it'll probably go like you want it to.
I don't know if I can do that.
Well, we'll see. Somebody will roll the big snake eyes. It didn't happen last session, so it's probably going to happen next session. Remember that from our first game where Dallas rolled the big snake eyes and radicalized a guy, and then you had to go murder him?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's check out everybody's favorite Kohai Mash. We'll talk more about the sprawl tomorrow.
Senpai, 起きてください.
That's right, everybody. Time for Wake the Fuck Summary for Pro Tips. I actually got a couple of ones out here. I've been thinking about some stuff. So, Both of these are from my own opinions, but, I think about these things. Number one, don't sleep on your MP rewards, free master missions, all that other stuff, getting it at a lottos, whatever, because you can access back a lot of content via the MP or RP shops eventually if you miss it the first time. There'll be a couple examples of things being added to the Rare Prism or Mana Prism shops later when we talk about news, but it was just a little something I thought I'd remind you. Don't despair if you don't get that dinner time right away. I know I only have 2k Mana Prisms myself, so, you can always go back and pick it up later with a 1 Rare Prism if you need it, and you got to build up the stuff. Second, also, this is something I did today. I logged in to check Master Missions and was like, oh yeah, did I clean up all my CEs from Saber Wars 2? No, I hadn't done some of the lower level ones. Had a lot of other stuff that I cleaned out. It's very refreshing. So don't forget to clean up your CVs and servants every once in a while. It feels great to just, be in there and just clean out all the old junk and get some Mana Prisms back, or some EXPs if that's what you're doing. And even if you're just rolling tickets or whatever, you can end up with lots of rando low rarity stuff you probably don't need, and even some high rarity stuff. I've got a lot of the launch 5-star CEs, which are MLB already. So, you can go back, clean up some space, feel good about yourself, and get some extra MP or stack some levels on stuff, because that's actually important. Also, it does occasionally help you max limit break CEs you may not realize you can max limit break for that extra effect. Not spring cleaning, but fall cleaning, I guess. Which I was kind of in the mood for, actually. I vacuumed and dusted everything last night. But there's that. Don't really have any records or all the world's evil written down. I know there was some stuff to get, fully XPs, but I think my personal backlog of servants is pretty caught up. I'd have to double check who I'm accidentally filtering out, but I think most of my servants are that I'm actually using are at full ascension for now. Except for some rando low rarities I don't use. I can work on them too, but I need motivation. Oof. And sadly, extra EXPs and stuff is not full motivation most of the time. I don't like to EXP grind just for the hell of it.
I usually don't mind this if I'm if it's just part of my daily spend some AP, but just to sit down and grind, nope, can't do it.
No, I need a goal in mind. Like I said, I spent my daily AP and then some doing hunting quests, but hey, here we are. So let's check in though, since we brought up talking about daily AP and the master mission grind. Let's ask you, did you finish your master missions? So to do those, I'm gonna need you guys to perform 30 FP summons, defeat 3 dragon servants, acquire 15 EXPs and 30 EXPs via drops. Those are 2 separate missions, and complete 5 quests and complete 10 quests. So basically, do anything. If you were doing hunting quests, you should have gotten the EXP drops. If you were doing daily quests, you might get the EXP drops. I think the only question is the dragon-type servants, dragon trait servants, because obviously that's servants only, it says, not related to the hunting quests, so I know you probably got to go out of your way for that one. Don't know what the easiest AP on that is, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. And if you just do it on the right random days for daily mats, I'm sure you'll figure it out too. Shouldn't be too hard. And now, let's scooch our way into news. The Skelegrams.
Skellies!
Yes, we can still say Skelegrams even if it's November. So, we got a couple of things. First, let's knock out some North America stuff, because some of this stuff got the ball rolling earlier, and a few things also were mentioned. So, first of all, this was a big surprise thing. I actually brought back News Desk for this, because it happened right away Monday, before we could roll the show out, and I figured it was worth it. The early winter campaign was launched, starting the 8th and going until the 15th of November. And basically, this was exactly what we predicted. This is a kit bash of the prototype campaign and some other winter celebration stuff we've missed. So if you missed Ozymandias's Winterfest stuff, this is basically that. Though I think that one was technically late winter, last year or something.
No, it was actually 2 years ago. No, it was what was it, 2019? 2020? It's we missed
ways back. Some special stuff we were looking out for. So basically, log in for 7 days to get 10 St. Court, some apples, and the commemorative CEs. Arthur's costumes in the Rare Prism shop, as we brought up. The summon banner is Arthur and Oz, plus Serenity, Paracelsus, and Jekyll. So they made it work. They gave us the stuff. They gave us some extra stuff we missed. Everything's hunky-dory. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. We also just, what was it, middle of the night last night, I think?
Yeah.
Got Dev Diary number 2. Looks like they're going to do this maybe once a month. So Nissan was back to give us some news, and also, Nissan's some upcoming stuff, and also show us that one Camelot trailer you've seen a billion times. Listen, no offense to Camelot, but between the initial Japanese release and the sub release officially in America, I have seen this exact same trailer 50 times. There's only so many ways you can cut this movie in this trailer.
Yeah.
So, we know, because it was announced at the end of the Dev Diary, that coming on the 16th of November, so right after Early Winter ends, we will get the start of the Camelot Blu-ray campaign. This will include animation updates for Rasha and Bedivere, Bedivere's costume in the Mana Prism shop, and you will log in once a week for 4 weeks to get the special Camelot CEs. So basically, continuing the trend that they've done for us because we are not Japan and we are not all located within one small island chain. There's no use of the GPS function to go to a movie theater showing Camelot and push button because that wouldn't work in America.
No.
God forbid working for other regions that count under NA English, whatever, right?
Right.
So, yeah, we just log in like once a week, starting in the week where stuff happens. You get the CEs, special Camelot ones. It's pretty cool. Also, at the same time, we'll be getting Interlude Campaign 11. This includes the NP interludes for Napoleon, Ivan, and Tomoe, and Saint Court's interludes for Anastasia, Prince of Lanling, Qin Yu, and Valkyrie. I'm actually quite surprised. I have most of these. I'm just missing Ivan and Napoleon currently. And the banner will be Napoleon, Anastasia, Lanling, and Yang Yu, if you care to get them. Also, I don't remember if it was explicitly said, but you can see it in some of the previews that people are talking about it. This looks to be the full screen update for us. NPs will go full screen and stuff. No more little bars. That'll be cool. Ever since I got my new phone, I've had the little blue bars, so that's neat. Also ties into some stuff that JP is actually doing. It's going to be interesting to talk about in a second. But yeah, the Dev Diary is neat. Several people have commented it sounds like Nissan's English is getting better.
Yes.
You know, and it's good that they record these little, 5-second clips. Yeah, they have to... Somebody in chat's mentioning blue bars will still be on older NPs. They have to, specifically update some of the tech to give everybody's NPs the widescreen treatment. You occasionally see this when you look at updates for JP stuff. They, refresh things. It'll eventually all be max screen size, whatever your phone is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Dev Diaries are nice. It's just, like a little 5-minute video. It's basically they're doing our equivalent of News Desk, but for them, officially. And they look cooler doing it. And it's good to keep us up to date. I think this basically fills in our schedule up until Thanksgiving and stuff and takes care of the rest of November. So that's good. Believe it or not, it's basically exactly what we thought would happen. Probably move around some interlude stuff, maybe do something with Camelot. The stretching it out for 4 weeks of login before the actual Blu-ray comes out is interesting, But they can give us the animation updates and the costume. The Early Winter campaign, I think, was the missing piece, and then they just slipped it right in as a way to justify the prototype stuff. So, yeah. That's basically what we got going on, and that'll go until Thanksgiving, where Albert's going to be in a panel at Anime NYC on the 20th. That's not the Saturday, which this episode is posted live to public, but next Saturday, in a week from then. And then Thanksgiving is that following week, so that will probably be where whatever is happening on Thanksgiving is announced, because that'll probably be for the Thanksgiving week. And then I assume probably the 29th or 30th of November, we're going to roll right into Christmas. Basically, those last 3-ish days of November will start the Christmas event.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that does actually want to bring me have me bring something up. Because like I said, we earlier with the Early Winter campaign, we kind of kissed back 2 banners together, but because we kissed some things together, we took out other things. Most specifically, in the original Early Winter campaign, Ozymandias had a raid up with both Cleopatra and Nitocris as well. Looking at the banner now, we don't have that. Like I said, because they're doing rotation with Arthur. So I'm pretty sure, we're still getting, because I have seen some people wondering if we're this is going to be what our Thanksgiving was. No, I'm pretty sure we're going to do a Thanksgiving, and I'm pretty sure Cleopatra, they're going to be.
Cleo will probably be one of the 9 SSRs who are randomly on raid up during Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I did want to bring that up real quick.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point to raise, as people have asked about it and commented on it. So yeah. People are curious and want that action. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's most of our big old NA stuff.
Yeah.
So let's move on to JP, which has been ticking. So first of all, starting only a couple of days ago, 24 million downloads event. So that started on the 10th of November and will go until the 17th. Login, both total and consecutively, for stuff, including 5-star HPs. Nice, dude. Also, lots of other fun stuff. Foes, etc. Complete your daily missions. Remember, eventually we will switch to a system where instead of getting mana prisms directly from quests, you do daily quests so many times to get mana prisms and stuff. If you complete your daily missions during the 24 million downloads campaign, you will get even more mana prisms, rare prisms, and faux prints. So make sure to log in, spend your EP, do stuff. They've added back some command codes to DaVinci Shop. 4-star and up, I think, are rare prisms, but 3 stars are mana prisms. So they're continuing to add back old stuff you may have missed from events. We've got command code filters are now added, and the new ability to transfer command codes between unlocked cards without using a remover. So if you accidentally put that arts command code on your Servants 1 Buster card, you can just scooch it over the arts card. No need to spend a remover. Seems pretty good. I like that they're trying really hard to make command codes really cool. And less resource intense for the people at home, you know?
Yeah.
During the time period of 24 millions, you have double suck chance, all daily quests are open, and half QP spent on Servant and CE enhancement. I believe that's just raw levels and Ascension. I don't remember if that covers skills, but Servant and CE enhancement. Gran Cavallo will be unlocked again for the Rare Prism Shop. That went out at the beginning of this year. I think it was March it went out of the Mana Prism Shop. That is the CE that is 5% Bond and 5% Mystic Code EXP. So, you know, keeping up with the loop. That was my comment earlier about double-checking your Mana Prism Shop back. Also, this has been much memed for some reason, but you can now tap the screen during a skill animation to speed it up, death animation style. I don't know if this is super necessary, but if you're very impatient about your button taps, you know, you can power through faster.
I made jokes about this, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I made jokes about people being real excited about this.
Yeah. I mean, I know some servants have slightly long animations for skills, but for the most part, I'm like, we're already double speed. I don't think I'd care, but whatever. You know, you can tap through. It's an option. Also, in my room, you can now set the resolution, low, standard, or high.
Oh, okay.
So you can play with your resolution level. That's nice. And the summon banner is Kintoki, Ibuki, and Suna.
I do like that. I do like that they basically have a raid up, because that's almost the original banner, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it literally is the original banner for Heian-Kyo Part 1.
Yeah.
Or Part 2. Actually, no. Doman was first, I think.
Oh, that's right. We didn't have a Doman. That's right.
We have had I believe we have had a Doman banner this year, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So I think they've covered everybody between our earlier campaigns or this one. They have covered everybody who came out during Heian-Kyo.
Yeah.
Because Ibuki was the second banner. I think Kintoki was also on that, because they usually like to throw in like extra story characters on the second one.
Yeah, because I think first one was Ashia and Suna, and I think maybe was Ibaraki on raid up then?
Possibly.
I don't remember. But then the second one was Ibuki and probably Kintoki.
Yeah. So there we go. They're coming back. Right. That's nice. Good for Ibuki to get that second raid up. It's still in the great hell of 2022 for us, but 2023. But you know, it's good that it's there.
Yeah, there's options,
and it is the million downloads. You know, if you log in all 7 days, you do get 10 tickets. You never know.
You never know.
But also, continuing on this Heian-Kyo theme, this also, I believe at the same time it was announced, but it only just started. Main Quest Clear Aid Campaign Part 2, running from the 12th of November to the 2nd of December. And you get up to 12 Saint Courts and some foes for clearing main quests in Part 1 or 2 up to the 21st of November. I am going to assume that, like all of our previous examples of this is retroactive. So if you've cleared all main quests in Part 1 or 2, you get your bits. You get your 12 Saint Courts. And if not, it's only 12, so it doesn't matter. But it's nice. If you clear Heian-Kyo before 12-2, you get a lore. Straight up get an extra crystallized lore.
Yeah, lores.
Also, this is an interesting one. You can buy up to 3 Spirit Stones from DaVinci's shop for 1 Mana Prism each. And then can buy up to 10 stones for 10 Mana Prisms each after that. So there are 13 stones you can exchange pretty cheap for in the DaVinci shop without necessarily getting them directly, if you don't need them, you know?
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool, that they're offering the Spirit Stones in new ways. I kind of hope this, you know, cheapo extra Spirit Stones in DaVinci shop kind of a thing sticks around. Because Spirit Stones are really rad. And I'm going to be kind of sad that we're not going to get them by the time we do Olympus, I think. I think that's after Olympus is when they introduce them.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because Olympus is the motherfucker one. Like, Atlantis is a little bit difficult, but Olympus, Lost Belt 5 Part 2, is infamous for its shenaniganery in boss fights. Though allegedly that Night of the Round thing we both brute forced with Saint Courts was the hardest challenge quest FGO has ever had, so who the fuck knows?
Well, like I said, I brute forced that, so...
Sure, we brute forced it. We just, you know, keep feeding Space Ishtar Saint Courts. Nom. Go burr. But, you may be wondering, what's with all this action for Heian-Kyo and stuff? Well, guys, they did it. They've pre-announced the announcement. that the next event, the November event that will be tied to Lost Belt 5.5, is Gudaguda Close Call 2021.
I fucking called it.
I don't actually remember you calling it, but last week's show is weird to me, so I'm not going to fight you on it. If Lucky says he said it, I believe him.
Well, no, I've been saying it for like several weeks.
Okay. That also probably explains why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
What is time? What is space? What is Gudaguda?
That last one is definitely the hardest question.
Well, we'll find out what this Gudaguda is on the 17th, because there will be a stream. So you got about a week of prep time, so start feeding those spirit stones, start clearing those main quests, because they are there. I see a very big on the banner, on the announcement banner, I see the text 5.5 on it, so I'm pretty sure it needs a 5.5 clear. I'm going to guess that probably means this event is going to be a giant pain in the ass, like Imperial Capital was, because that was the one that required Part 1 cleared, as opposed to Fuyuki. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. The stream will be on the 17th. We'll see what's up. We have seen the pre-announced bonus list. It is the usual suspects. It is, I think, basically every Gudaguda character there is. It's a long list, but I'll double check it now. So, yes, we are looking at Okita, the new Summer Okita, Saber Alter, Saito Hajime, Nobu, Nobukatsu, Kagetora, Ryoma, Medusa, Li Shuen, Old Man Lee, regular Summer Okita, J Soji, Izo, Hijikata, Summer Nobu, Cha-Cha, Mori Nagiyoshi, Himiko, Demon King Nobu, regular Okitan, and Mesh. So yeah, it's the Gudaguda cast. I think minus Medea, she usually gets lumped in there, and I don't see her on this list, but Actually, wait a fucking minute. There's no casters on this list. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Well, that means the new character is a caster. This is literally what happened with Halloween Cinderella. So there's a new caster coming out soon, guys. Buckle the fuck up. Hopefully the welfare?
Yeah, hopefully the welfare. Well, like I said, we're probably gonna have a welfare.
Demon?
It could be.
Actually, that was
well, no.
No,
I think I think Maxwell Demon will probably be, if they do like they did last time. Maxwell Demon would probably be that limited friend point summon thing.
Could be.
Yeah.
He seems like maybe a low rarity guy.
Yeah.
Also, this brings me to my second point. I want people to start throwing out bets. Bet you're over and under now. Will we actually get through our Gudaguda backlog, or will we introduce yet more characters?
Nah, I'll put money on even more characters.
We'll get even more new characters. But we'll see. Gudaguda has a history of welfares. I obviously listed out several there, but with Yamatai, which just came out, they did a funny thing where, because Nobukatsu is obviously, himself, they decided, okay, we'll make him a bronze, but we'll come up with a system, we'll make him a bronze and put him in the FP gacha and you can roll him. And then they gave you extra free spins with the rerun to make sure you got him. Because, that makes sense for him being kind of a joke character,
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what they do. We might get a welfare, we might not, we might just get limited bronze. We'll see what happens. I'm
always for them adding more lower rarity servants, so I hope they do.
Yeah, that's something that hasn't been done since a big anniversary splurge, so. But they've also been really busy with lots of stuff around anniversary times and things, so, never know. But yeah, this one's pretty interesting. So there may or may not be a welfare or a quote-unquote welfare. There will probably be a brand new banner servant, at least one. And actually, honestly, at this rate, probably two.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's pretty common that there should probably be a 5-star and 4-star at this rate, but we'll see what happens. And let me double-check the calendaring. Yes, so 17th is a Wednesday, so we will definitely have the stream and presumably have all the news for you by the time we next record.
Mm-hmm.
So look forward to that one next week. I'm sure that'll be a bank breaker.
Oh, yeah.
Because that'll still, unfortunately, be just before Albert's panel, so we won't have any news on our end yet. Though we'll be able to talk about how beautiful Stella is. But, after about 30 minutes there, that's the news. We got the drop, new Gudaguda in November. I mean, cool. Also kind of I want to die, but cool, whatever. Basically, I hope that we have to be. We talked about this. They have to scooch some of the Camelot stuff earlier in the year to make up for the fact that our anniversary is like a month ahead over here. But like, I hope that we pace out 2022 or 2023 for us. Yeah, it's 23 because we're in 2021 is almost over, guys. Weird.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Obviously, I think also 22 will need to be slightly better paced because that was the start of pandemic stuff. But 2021 in JP is like really, really dense in the second half of the year. And even just before anniversary for JP, they'll have to spread some of that stuff around. So I hope they pace it out a little bit better so we don't all want to cry, but we'll still want to cry.
Yes, there will be crying.
Some people think Saber Raiko. I would like to reiterate what several people in our Discord said, which is, I'm pretty sure people say that every time there's something vaguely Japanese happens. I'm pretty sure people said that was gonna fucking happen in Heian-kyo. And look what happened. We didn't get Saber Raiko. We got another entirely different Saber. Drawn by the same guy, so meh. He did just draw her in the Virgin Killer sweater. So I don't know. But yeah. There's about 9 million things it could have been, and also, like I said, I want people to start betting now whether it'll be any of those fucking ideas or it'll be somebody completely new and different, because they are literally just as likely to do that. Like, I don't think Queen Himiko was mentioned at all in Fate, or Gudaguda specifically, especially, ahead of time, in any way before Yamatai dropped, and just she's like, boom, I'm here. Fuck, my wallet. So, that is the newsies.
The newsies.
We'll be sure to hit you up with any of that actual news, of course, if you haven't already heard about all of it on Twitter by the time we record next. Maybe you don't. I know some people don't go on Twitter. But yeah, I think that means it's about time to scooch to our next segment.
So, that segment is going to be, this week, Let's Talk FGO Mailbag, the segment where we read what you have to say and comment accordingly. This week, we have, let me refresh here. 15. Someone snuck one in at the end, as they do.
It happens.
It happens. So not a lot today, but that's fine. That's fine. Gives us more Faff potential.
Oh, yeah. And we will have to Faff. By the way, in case you missed it, I know it was delayed, but we did have a Let's Talk FGO last week. It was delayed due to unforeseen circumstances. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. If you have watched it, go back and watch it again. It could use twice as many view numbers.
Omega, I am shook every day knowing that your How to Make a Character has over 5K views.
Yeah, it kills me. I gotta fucking comment on it this week.
Yeah, no, that's why it was in my. That was in my.
Oh, it's so weird what pops for people, but it did very well for us in that its growth was very fast, probably because I put Scotty in the title. But I have noticed it kind of peppered out, and it did debut at a weird time. So I do like to remind people, we try to do this every week. If we haven't done it a week because we have to skip, we'll let you know on Twitter and on YouTube and stuff. I will also pre-inform you that the last week in December this year, no show. No. We're having a big family gathering here over that weekend. I think people will start showing up like the 30th or 31st and then be here through the weekend. So that's New Year's weekend anyway. Literally, that would be our show on New Year's Day. So we'll probably not do that because there will be many, way too fucking many people in this house. We're gonna. I think both my sisters are staying and their family, and then my brothers are gonna take hotel rooms and their family. So it's gonna be a packed house. There's gonna be like 13 extra people here.
Just bury me now.
Yeah, I asked the question, where are we gonna put all those people? And they were like, shrug, I don't know. But, so I'll be busy that week, but that's okay.
That's okay. Anyways,
we get to record a Boxing Day show.
Oh, cool.
We should probably do that one live, just because we won't do one... Actually, will it be Boxing Day? No, it'll actually be Christmas Eve, that's right. I was looking at the wrong calendar month. Christmas Eve, then. That'll be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have plenty. It'll be okay.
Architect in chat asking how many bathrooms Omega has, by the way. So, with that, we're actually going to get started on knocking out this mailbag. So, without further ado, the first one comes from King of Apples, who wishes you could buy the computer mouse and Hans Bond CE. Actually, apparently, from what I know about that mouse, it's actually a rare kind of mouse. Actually, the Bluebird mouse. I think it was like it's actually a thing. It is actually a thing. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you what that thing is. But
I was fairly certain it was a thing as well.
Question: since we're getting Saber Astolfo as I like to call him, Dojin Astolfo. I can only think of Monster Energy cans now. With the upcoming Christmas event, I was wondering, are there any 4-star servants that could get a 5-star variant in a different class? P.S. Li Shuin doesn't count Omega. I know you're going to say it. I don't think Omega was going to say it, because he already exists.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going for.
Yeah.
It already happened.
Yeah. But, let's see here. Any current 4-stars that I want a 5-star variant on? Because the short answer to your question is, there are, like, any servant can become a 4-star servant, become a 5-star variant. They just need They just need the reason to do it.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it even happens with summer.
Yeah, like summer servants especially. And let's see here. I'm trying to think mentally. Who
I don't really have any ideas right off the top of my head. I mean, like, I could be a real simp and be like 5-star Paisen, but I'm like, nah, she already got a summer welfare. I mean, I don't know what else to do with those kind of units. I'm trying to think. 4 stars upgraded to 5. I know there are some servants who probably like deserve the upgrade in terms of like extra stats and new kits, but nobody really jumps to mind. Chat doesn't really have any suggestions.
Yeah, okay. Give me my summer Tamacat. Let me just double down on more Tamamos. J.K. Fox would also be a good one.
But I like the one that's still 4 stars and is a welfare. That is a Santa.
Yeah, I was commiserating about that earlier.
Yes. We're still not okay.
We're still not okay, no. Pith could be interesting. Definitely. So I think Pith good. Tamacat would be good. Suzuka would be okay. I don't know what they would do with a 5-star Atalanta, but that's another one I wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah, that's another interesting one where they kept her altered, even a stronger one.
Herc,
they could go for an Archer Herc, yeah.
Oh, let's see here.
He would actually be able to access more noble phantasms in a class other than Berserker and probably be even more scary.
That's how it usually be.
Like we are they didn't even bring this up, but we already got actually one of the other big upgrades, which was Nobu. Nobu got her star back as Demon King Nobu.
Yeah.
An example of that happening also.
In that same vein, 4-star Chacha upgraded to 5-star Chacha.
Yeah, Lady Odagiri, that would be another one. That would work too, because she's a welfare. That would be the same jump.
Yep.
I also, in the vein of servants who are often on bonus lists in Gudaguda, not a 4-star, but I would love a higher rarity Medusa.
Oh yeah.
I feel so bad every summer rolls by and there's not a Medusa in it, and she only ever shows up in events to be one cameo in Gudaguda every year.
5-star Medusa.
You could also argue, you could argue she has her 4-star forms already, so she needs to jump that last bit to 5. Dark Mary could also go.
I'm about to say, it's like, I want to go like the full thing. Just give me actual Mama Snake. Just give me a kid. Just give me a kid. Big one. But let's see here. Off the top of my head,
they could go the reverse. They could go the reverse way, since it seems to the further we go in the timeline, the higher our star count is. Since Gorgon is a 4-star, we could do Kaisaur as a 5-star, like a saber or something.
True.
Shiny Dusa.
But no, there's definitely a lot of things out there. But who knows? Who fucking knows? We don't.
Yeah, I mean, we brainstormed for a good 5 minutes on that. Came up with a decent roster. You can try harder. We don't really try hard over here.
But with that, we are going to move on. So thank you very much for that. This next one comes from Confused and Hungry Sensei Suna. Someone's been playing Blue Archive, I see. They say, hey guys, hope the week has been good and hope your wallets are not scared to death of the future spending that may be occur. May the Wiggles bless y'all rolls. Go. Thank you very much, Suna. I hope all your JKs love you dearly. Who am I kidding? Those, you sneeze and you got a fucking JK tripping over you in love in Blue Archive. It's kind of hilarious. But with that, we're gonna move on. So thank you very much. This next one comes from the late illiterate, who says, question, what is your favorite unique summer servant skill? Things like BB's Faceless Moon or Bunnytoria's shuffle skills. And what would you like to see more servants with similar types of skills or skills? Comment, I'm writing this very last minute because I am a folio. I also want more servants with Summer Carmilla's crit resist down skill. I think it's rad as heck. There was a gimmick that I was thinking that I wanted, but I can't remember what the fuck it was now all of a sudden. What was it?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite type, let's see. Well, like he's working through his ideas. I mean, like...
What was it?
I think Faceless, because Shuffle's on a Mystic Code. Also, I don't have Bunny Artoria, so I don't have a lot of practice with that one. But I do have Summer BB, and Faceless Moon in the card lock is, like, very unique and very meaningful in terms of the gameplay. Like, just having that skill, and it doesn't matter what level it is, lets you do a lot of really weird and interesting things. And I desperately want there to be a card lock on a Mystic Code as well, so I don't necessarily have to drag Summer BB to certain things.
Oh, I know what it was. I basically want a servant skill where it won't change, like, the card types or whatever, but it will just change all of a dex card to that servant's type. Because you know how, like,
So
Artoria...
not like how Artoria turns all her cards into Buster. Rather, it turns all cards into Artoria's cards.
Yes.
That could be interesting.
So you can get some...
That basically forces a Brave Chain of some kind.
Yeah. And you can get weird combos in there, like, say the servant was only like like maybe it had a gorilla deck, but it had the scale, but you had like 2 other art focus cards, so it's like, I'm originally a gorilla, but right now, Archchain. Like...
Yeah, that could be pretty interesting.
Like I said, I think you'd have to have an interesting servant like designed around that for that to actually work. But you know, weird things are weird.
Oh no, I think actually what Lucky's saying is it would defy card counting. It does not it does not reset their card count. It just makes all cards currently in your command hand as that servant.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, if you had, say you were running, Merlin this servant, and you got 3 Merlin cards, you'd just be like, no, actually, those Merlin Arts cards, those are this servant now.
Yeah.
Boom, Arts Chain. That would definitely, if you could apply it to any servant, you could definitely readjust some of their decks work, because a lot of servants are shackled by their deck ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the, especially early servants, have some of the limitations on like hit counts and stuff. You can do some really weird stuff that way. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
I just want to say, in general, the mechanic I want to see more of is terrain stuff.
Yeah,
actually changing the environment just in general. Please do that more.
Or stop making skills that require terrain effects. One of the two.
Well, and stop making them so freaking good is the problem. Like, so many servants would be perfect. They would be high tier. Like, they'd be really, really good if you could access their skills all the time. But and I don't think they'd be broken. But I definitely think that, like, without them, they underperform is the problem, because they have skills that usually only do, like, one thing, and the game is literally going its out of way to make sure everybody's skills do at least 2 things. So I'd like my servants who can do 2 things to do 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
Nemo's a big one. Like, Nemo's not awful by any imagination, but he doesn't keep up with other SSR writers without all of his things. Or the trait damage that he gets as well. Like, it's a weird thing. Also, that could be fun if you could give enemy servants traits more often. Like, I know that's a thing with that George does, obviously, and there's a couple of others, but like there could be some other funny things there if you did that. Mostly you give your allies traits, like making your allies temporarily evil and stuff. And I think, doesn't Jacques de Molay Foreigner make your temporarily make your allies chaotic, or does she make them evil? Oh yeah, Moriarty also makes the enemy team evil. That would be great. Also, that would make sense for several servants to make the enemies, like, evil or good or something.
Oh, that'd be great, actually.
Yeah, but say Geronimo get terrain stuff? Yeah. Because I was just thinking, for terrain, you'd want to get, like, a geomancy-type servant, which I could definitely see, especially with some of the way some of his skills are described, Geronimo being that way. Oh, Sigurd... actually, no, I think I would see that the other way. It would be the Glasses of Wisdom, because I think that's targetable. Gives them Bryn's Beloved, he just puts his glasses on them. That'd be very funny. But yeah, no, so there's some ideas there.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely think terrain and traits are because those are the things that are fuckiest in servant kits, is getting the right traits and the right terrain. I would definitely like to be able to play more around, even if it's only for like 3 turns, you know?
Yeah.
Because, guys, guess what? The game's already fucking broken. People can double Scotty with Lancelot. He doesn't need any of that horse shit. What are you playing at, guys? Why do good servants have to be wearing shackles when you've already printed servants who... I'm talking about like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards here, but no, it's a similar mechanics. It's like it's the same with Delightworks as I am with Konami. I want to shake them sometimes and be like, guys, you made this already. You made something like 10 times worse than this. Why are you fucking holding me back? People are just
money.
Well, that's the thing though, Tyrion. That's the reverse. They do a non-money move. They do not necessarily make new servants as good as some old combos, because they want to have balance, but then it's like, well, okay, this thing's crappy now. Nobody's going to want to do it until you buff it. That does still happen with servants. And I think we occasionally get questions about, like, is Delightworks scummy? I'm like, no, I think they're trying to actually do some decent balance stuff. It's just sometimes whatever mechanisms they use to, like, build servant kits and decide the numbers, like, aren't perfectly balanced, and they don't realize that until they pitch it to the 24 million people who've downloaded this game, you know?
Listen... I'm pretty sure, like, Lightworks has some internal testers for, like, quality assurance and whatnot, But it's nothing. There's nothing like getting data back and giving it into the hands of millions and see what the fuck they're gonna do with it.
Especially considering that presumably, God, I hope so, their like QA and testing team, beta testing team in-house, can presumably only work, I assume, 8 hours a day. I don't know what the Japanese work week is like. But they can only be clocked in for so many hours, legally speaking. So, and they're only like God knows how many dudes. I think they talked about some math, but I don't know. I think buff success chance is good. We might need some more. I also think like a lot of people complained about, oh, Python is bad. She removes her own buffs, and then like 15 servants came out with buff removal resist. I think we're good on that front. Obviously, they've done stuff to improve her as well, because she did need some rounding out because her skills were very, very lore heavy. But like, no, they do the work. I just want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I don't. If they were scummy and after money, they would be constantly power creeping servants all the time, which they do not, because they still release servants that people look at and go, doesn't loop, no good. Fucking Zhang Yu came out like 6 months after Scotty?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was after that, poor guy. But alright, let's keep moving on, I think.
Let's keep moving on.
Not because we're in any particular rush, but because we shouldn't linger on dead air too long.
No, we shouldn't. So with that, though, this next one comes from The Eternal Storm, who says, no question this week, hoping for news on Christmas event. Take care, guys.
You'll probably be waiting a little bit.
Probably a month. Like, we're still going to be on track to do our rerun this year. Well, in JP, I should say.
Yeah.
And, well, actually, that is a good question. Well, no, the JP rerun Christmas run will probably be early December, probably after Gudaguda.
Yeah, Gudaguda should be like 17th. It begins right after this stream, and then goes for 2 weeks. That'll be the first of December when it ends. They'll probably go into the 10-day, 2 weeks or whatever rerun, and then it'll be new event, possibly 2 new events. We don't know. Yeah,
I'm about to say, because it's like I think that's when they're gonna pop their new 0.5 chapter, and then they'll still have a new Christmas, and that'll take up the rest of December right there.
Yeah, and if you wonder, can they do that? I mean, they accomplished it last year. And the year before that also. Though technically the year before that was the year we're about to have in NA, which only has one Christmas. There's no rerun. And if you're waiting for news about that, you still gotta wait a couple weeks on that, I think, my dude.
Yeah.
I know it was late November, but it was still like the last 3 days in November in JP. We're only the 12th. It's not even halfway through. You gotta wait a couple of weeks. But alright.
But thank you. We move on. Yeah, take care of yourself. Treat yourself. This next one comes from a master trying to figure out the right race shift so I could go bonk my younger self for being so stupid. This keeps me awake at night sometimes. Just laying in bed, it's just like, I'm dumb. Why did I do that? But they say, hey, looky mega, hope the weather isn't dragging you down. My work seems determined to grind me to within an inch of my life, seeing that we had 5 people quit in 2 days. Oof. That is oof. Your podcasts are one of the few things I look forward to during the week, and I don't want to come off as an ungrateful, sassy person. I really appreciate what you guys do, and want to keep things positive and fun if possible. Well, I'm glad you like us. I like that you like us. I hope that you like that we like that you like us.
What he said, I think.
But, like I said, don't try to let work get you down. Like, if you can, talk to your superiors. Like, communicate. Don't forget to communicate. And if they tell you fuck off, I'm the boss. But you're like, okay. And search for better things in your life. Like, it's okay. You don't have to be at. How do I want to put this? You don't have to let your job dictate how you live your life. There are options out there. Explore them. But with that, though, we shall move on. This next one comes from NNN, or as we like to say.
Well, actually, Lucky, I want to say this unless you didn't edit. I think there was a read more there. On that last one.
Did I miss it? Oh, I did miss it. Yeah, hang on, and we'll get back to that. Anyways, no question this week. I'll come up with something for next week. Also, I don't know if you guys take fan serving Friday ideas this way, but one I think would be awesome is James Bond, if you want to add him to the list. Thanks for putting up with me and keep being your best selves.
I mean, that's an interesting idea. I don't know a lot about the Ian Fleming novels, which would have to be the source. Because it's interesting, but yeah, I don't know, that could be interesting. I don't personally like. I like the movies. I'm not enough of a James Bond nerd, I think, to do justice with all the stuff, and then I have to do a shitload of research, which I'm sure I don't have time for because it would involve reading lots of books.
Fabulous.
It'd be a cool NP animation though if he does the shot, but he also wouldn't actually ever get into the game because licensing.
Probably. Yeah, no, since they're still making James Bond films and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure someone actually has that IP on lockdown.
Yep, no. Now that they keep making them just to retain it, but no, I'm fairly certain the contract and the licenses is well blocked up there. I mean, it would be weird, but we could just do Sir Christopher Lee as a servant. Guys, you know about that man? You should look him up sometime. It's wild. It's wild. I think the best way to reference like how wild it is on the set of Lord of the Rings, as he's doing his death scene in the optional cut of Return of the King, when Wormtongue stabs him, he's getting direction from Peter Jackson, and he says, no, I won't do it like that. I'll do it like this. And Peter Jackson asks him why. Because that's how a man sounds when he's stabbed. And just leaves it at that. He was in the OSS, guys. He knows. All right, okay.
All right.
I think that was that question's actual end then.
If that was the actual end. Or statement, yes. So apologies, but now, thank you very much for that. We move on. Now, we get back to you. Or as the people in the know like to say, What they say. Question. How big of a dent were you able to make in material needs with the hunting quest? And will you be excited for a future Bone Zone? On a separate note, got any hot tips for Black Friday or Thanksgiving deals? On that first note, I actually farmed bones pretty well. Unfortunately, I didn't farm anything else.
Yeah, I did decent on bones, and then I kind of tapered off. I think I barely just put in my AP for the mana prisms on those last couple of days. I think I did okay. I should have probably got a little harder for the fucking stand arrows on the last day, but...
For your second bit, I would like to refer to the Art of War for this, as this one in particular, I believe, can be applied to many situations in life. But, and I am paraphrasing here, it basically goes like this. If you know yourself, and you know your enemy, you do not need to fear the outcome of 1,000 battles. And this is how we apply it to shopping. You need to know yourself. So first off, make sure you know your budget and know what you're looking for. Do not go shopping just willing to just go buy anything or whatever. That will lead to wasting spending, and, those deals will get you. Don't do that. Have a plan of attack. Know how much you're willing to spend and what you want to spend it on. That's knowing yourself. Second part of that, knowing your enemy, do research into stores and whatnot ahead of time. A lot of places are actually starting to do deals real early so they can try and pick some people off before, Black Friday actually comes.
Yeah, I know in particular, I've been seeing YouTube ads and also heard from people in my family that Walmart has already started Black Friday deals, and apparently they are good.
Yes. But do a little research into the stores. Find out what deals they're going to have, what deals they may have, and what they're going to be selling, and, things like what times their doors open. That way you can make a full plan of attack on where you want to go and what you want to try and buy.
And if you don't want to try and rack up anything on Black Friday itself, remember Cyber Monday exists. You can just lurk those websites. I'm sure Amazon's front page is full of deals right now.
Oh, probably. So, I believe that is the best advice I can give you, but I will give you a warning. Like I said, Black Friday has become so commercialized now that it is sometimes a war zone out there. So, if you want to go out there and actually try and fight those crowds, you must actually consider, how badly do you want that item?
Yeah, I think it's been a war zone almost as long as I've been alive. I mean, It's been a little while. I think it's been a couple of years. Well, definitely a couple of years because of last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's been a couple of years since I last heard a news story about somebody getting trampled to death in Black Friday. But the fact that I have to qualify it like that... Watch yourselves out there, especially in view of that Astroworld thing that happened recently. Watch yourselves in large crowds, friends. Don't be afraid to make some room.
Yeah. I'm not saying you didn't hear it from me to get a taser and pepper spray, but...
Listen, if you gotta slip a knuckle duster in your pocket so that you can, just make sure that you get some elbow room. I'm not saying you should punch anybody out for Tickle Me Elmo, but, try not to get crushed to death at a store fighting over Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
The news will not be kind to you.
No,
even if you don't deserve it.
No, like me, personally, I've been looking at a few things. I'm thinking about upgrading my phone, getting a new drawing tablet, and getting a new general purpose tablet. And other than that, I'm like, no, that's all I really need in my life right now.
I mean, if I see some sick deals on wireless headphones, because those are kind of expensive, that is a thing I'm looking out for.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, I think, this is definitely watering into what's up, but since we are discussing shopping, I should keep an eye out for, a USB, camera I can stream, camera from, not necessarily webcam, but also, do footage for, pack opening and stuff, just because, YouTube mobile is a little bit of a pain in the ass. It's very particular, very finicky. I'll talk more about that experience on WhatsApp, but I already did that stream. So I may or may not want to improve on a solution I can, run from my actual desktop tower. But yeah, keep your eye out on stuff and things. I usually also, just as a me thing, Amazon almost always has a Black Friday or Cyber Monday discount on PS Plus memberships for 12 months. So I regularly renew that week in November every year because you get $10 or $20 off.
I might just do that just for the principle of it, honestly.
Hey, it's a yearly membership, and if you can get some price off, it's a good time to buy.
No, so with that's been. I like how I feel like I can give out solid fucking financial advice, but I can't fucking follow it to save my goddamn life.
I mean, the problem is knowing yourself. You do know yourself, and unfortunately, you have a lot you're willing to spend for things. Also, I gotta say, especially before anybody gets on our case, I did not think that was the worst application of Sun Tzu's Art of War, the 36 stratagems. Because actually, I don't know if a lot of people will remember this. We have an audience that skews a little bit younger, but that was a very big thing in the 80s into the 90s. Was reading and using the Art of War in the business world, applying it to fucking corporate offices. I'm pretty sure that's why our household owns a copy of Art of War.
Listen, honestly, I've read the Art of War. It's honestly just a good, if you take it into broader context, it's just good. It's just good.
No. If you want to boil that down, if you don't want to read the whole thing, just look up Sun Tzu's 36 stratagems. Mm-hmm. They are literally just how not to be a dumbass, basically.
Yeah.
He phrased them very poetic ways that are translated stuff be strong, be strong in the West, appear in the East, kind of a thing. Look like you're doing something over here, but actually be doing something over there, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of other things. It's an interesting time.
No, that's good. But with that, though, moving on. Thank you very much. So this next one comes from the Tyrant King. The Tyrant King is now in danger since Ula. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Ula? I'm gonna say Ula. Is going to be on raid up soon. Wait, what do you mean there's a new Gudaguda coming? Yes, that is a death scream. But they say, with Black Friday sales ads airing on TV and the internet now, what servant do you think will be a die-hard Black Friday fanatic? Personally, I think Gil would be hardcore for the physical day of Black Friday, and Hime would be for the digital. And Caesar would be for a quick buck for selling various things to the schmucks in line. Hope you have a great evening, and thanks for the past 215 plus episodes. You guys are great. So, real talk.
216.
Yeah, so real talk. I don't think Gil would actually care. Gil sees something, he buys it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Gil's way too much of a pay pig. He's got too much money. What you want is a penny pincher. Who do we know who's tight on money? Fucking Emiya. Emiya would be, tactically planning on how to assault the department store for Black Friday deals. No, he's the kind of guy who'd be like, I will show up at 6 a.m. I will get the new cooking set. I will leave. He'd be that guy. You are absolutely right, though, that Hime and a lot of her ilk would be on that Cyber Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Ordering those Amazon S packages.
Yeah, Caesar would definitely be trying to run some sort of scam. Oh, do we actually have anyone who's I would call a penny? Let's see.
I know that sometimes the
it's Eula.
The Shinsengumi crowd acts that way because they're constantly out of money, but Oki just shouldn't go to Black Friday sales. She would not survive.
She would not. I mean, I take that back. If it was some hardcore anime merge that you only get one copy, she'd probably do it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of her weak constitution in a crowd. She would go to that great Okita in the sky. On the other hand, Hijikata, can you just imagine him barreling through the store shouting, "This is Shinsengumi"?
I can't.
Gunshots. I mean, that is supposed to be his noble phantasm, right? It doesn't actually summon the battlefield. It just makes you think you're on a battlefield with fucking gunshots everywhere. It would totally apply to Black Friday.
I mean, it is a battlefield. What are you talking about? So, I'm trying to think. No, I can't think of anyone particularly off the top of my head who's not necessarily a penny pincher in.
Yeah, I know we have some servants who are known for their, poor luck with cash, but, it's not usually about penny pinching, it's just they're really shitty with money. Like the way Chacha's evil golden rule works, right? Where, she has golden rule by dumping all the gold in Japan out. So Chacha would probably get scammed by Caesar on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm. Alexander probably would like Black Friday. Or Iskander, I should say. Iskander, I should say.
Sheba's... She cuts both ways, because she likes to get rich trick schemes, but she also likes to save money.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how where she'd actually fall in the Black Friday scenario.
Yeah, no, I can see a lot of servants going ape for maybe like a particular item or something, but not just the whole Black Friday shebang. So, again, I don't want to dwell over much on this, so I think we should move on.
Uh-huh.
So, with that though, we will move on. This next one comes from giving Scotty a seat aboard Gong Airlines, the greatest trip of your soon-to-be short life. Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Questions, which banner are you going to choose for the New Year's GSSR? Who will be the worst role? Who will be the grand prize? I personally am going for Berserkers, because that's the only way I'll possibly see Arjuna alter my Chaldea anytime soon. Please, the Lightworks, give the guy a rate up. It is very weird, by the way. Anyways, I wish you all well. See ya. What is the GSSR this?
I'm trying to figure out where the best lookup is. Is that the... Yeah, okay, here it is. So that's the... So it's class-based.
Oh.
It's 15 paid St. Courts, and it's limiteds only? Yeah.
Oh.
With extra being split into Ruler Avenger and then the other three. So I can tell you right now, I am not rolling in that pool. I think the only person I don't... No, okay, I don't have Okitan and I don't have Kiara, but, like, I have... That's, like, 2 out of 7 I don't have. That's not good numbers. As much as I also want some of those rulers, I don't think I'll be chancing on a Ruler Avenger either. Yeah, there's our bingo card. Yeah, so I don't think... Wow, I literally have all the limited Avengers. Goddamn. I only have one of the rulers, but I don't think I want to risk it for the other half. Let me think. I 100% am not rolling Assassin ever. Even though I would like those three units in the middle who are AoE on Assassin, I'd like one of those. I'm not doing it. It's gonna be fucking NP4 MHX. No, I'm good. Thanks, guys. I think I have most of those on casters. I have one of the riders, so it could be that. But no, I think it's still Sabers.
Right now.
Yeah, I just wanted to say really quick. Yeah, I don't have any of the... Well, no, that's not true. I have 2 of the limited Sabers. I'd take my lumps and take an NP2 on Sigurd or Bride. For a chance to get, like, Musashi? Or Saber Shiki? I'll take my lumps. What about you, Lucky?
Honestly, I would like to go probably for, like, best return, so I might do Lancer and see if I can get an NP2 Tama Lancer. I wouldn't mind having an NP2 Resh or Skahak either.
Yeah, Lancer, once again, for reasons I just absolutely will not. I have only half of them, but those half I have are both NP2. Actually, I think it's my Tama Lancer NP3, I think it is. Did I get 3 Tamas? Or 2? I literally don't remember. I need to double check. It's been a little bit since I used her. I did get 3, yeah. So, like, yeah, no, that's just... Listen, I like a Resh. I got really lucky on that NP2. I would not risk it for Bryn or Sikahak, unfortunately. But if you would find those extra NP levels acceptable, I would say that is definitely a move.
Yeah. Again, I would also like to try, like, I wouldn't mind trying to go for another comma, get her up to MP3, but like I said, there's a lot in there. I think the only two I don't have in there now is Semiramis and Gramps, and, Shuten and my ex have multiple MP levels, so I'm just like,
Yeah, no, that would be a risky one.
My only other option really there is Berserkers, because I still want, or Archers, because I still don't have a Kentucky, and I still don't have a Moriarty. Unfortunately...
Yeah, I don't have MHXA, but I have Kentucky, and I have Raiko, and I have NP2 Musashi, and I'm just like, not even for like an A or an Arjuna Alter would I want to risk that feature, necessarily, right? Like, that's still like half of them I've got, some with multiple NP levels. That could be kind of black.
That could be kind of black, and that's like my same problem, like, that's my problem with Archers right there, because I have Squirtoria, Ishtar, Gil. I have everyone in there but, Moriarty and Super Orion, who won't... Well, actually, who knows? I'm not going to be rolling for Super Rising. Maybe I'll try and just maybe see if I can get lucky with a guy there. I don't know.
Could be. Yeah, I think like, there's a lot of Sabers, so there's a lot of chance I won't get a double, and after going balls out for Musashi before, and I've taken my swings at units like Okita and Shiki as well, Hell, I'll even take the free stole for Arthur just because I don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't. Also, I would like Betty Enma. I just that was New Year's last year. I didn't have the juice, and I probably won't have the juice this year for her rerun. So that's I think it'll be Sabers for me. Even though technically I think Riders is like my most impact. I literally only have one of those, but I want the Sabers more than I want even Maid Alter or Sima Yi. I'm like, because like I said, it could be Musashi. And I'm already like at least 80 USD and several more non-paid courts rolls into that hole. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
We will see.
I mean, it is late November. I guess it's fair for people to bust out their bingo cards. I also like that I can ask chat, by the way. I didn't make a big deal of it now, but I wonder, because several people said it. I like that I can ask chat, like, how many Tumble answers did I get again? The people remember my pain.
They remember.
Now, if there was some fucking Summer Mordreds in this list, that would change things up. But no, it's not how this works, unfortunately. I do think that is some Lanevert banners you can also, like, they're not guaranteed, but you can get limiteds in the pools for certain weird banners.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
Oh, hey, that should also be, I forgot, that's when Saber Lily gets added to the FP Summon pool if you missed her. That's neat. Anyway,
we shall move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from becoming more of a fangirl with age? Question mark. But to say, just a thought that's popped in my head a few times. Do you think FGO is pushing back rerun events and some limited server banners to interfere with global care points? For servants, at least. I can see them thinking it would affect sales on a limited servant banner if people knew they were getting another one. Just a thought. Anyways, looking forward to the show as always, and hope you had a great week.
So this goes back to my earlier comment about occasionally people ask us about with the whole limited gacha thing. Oh, do you think DelayWorks is being scummy? No, I don't. I don't think JP cares enough about the global schedule. Like, obviously, they are aware that things will be ported over to the global servers, right?
Yes.
But I don't think they care enough about that to fuck with their 24 million download strong, allegedly, player base in JP, right? Like, that's where their money is at. That's where they got big money. That's where they've got big user base. I think they're more concerned with that profit margin than their one in there. Because, yes, occasionally, you will people say, oh, I know there's a second banner at a better time. I'll skip this one. But just as often we go, hey, this servant has only had like 1 or 2 rate-ups in JP. You better get them now while you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they push to make that happen. I think it just happens. Because it happened for several years ahead of time anyway.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say on that myself.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, I guess I do. Yeah, just remember, we do the restructurings here in the global version, just because, again, we don't necessarily have the same sort of events and features that JP has, whether it's, theater tie-ins, Actually, did we ever get the fucking convenience store tie-in?
Oh, God, no. Almost surely not.
Wasn't there a CE in there? There are CEs in that.
Possibly. I know there was a logo. I don't remember if they actually printed CE, but they might have. The thing about commemorative CEs is they're literally meaningless, because they're just plus 50 XP. So it's like, yeah, they could literally throw those on anything. It doesn't actually affect the game, so possibly. I know there was key art for the collab, so could have been a fucking CE.
Hang on. Hang the fuck on.
He's gonna go look it up.
I am. Soon, if you're listening, hang on. Don't let anyone kill me. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, the FGO X Lawson thing. Was there a CE? I know.
No, I'm for the audience. Like, I get your bets in now, guys. Will there be a CE or not?
Okay, so
poll below. There's not a poll.
Let's see here. That's not what I was looking for. Maybe I can find it on the
chat
wiki.
Says yes, but if you're already in the guts, you can verify. The people at home are occasionally wrong.
Let's see what happens when I type.
Whether there was a CE for the Lawson collab or any other Kundini collabs. We've done some other weird stuff. Like, you guys may think it's crazy that, Fate had enough money to put FGO on, bus wraps and banners in LA for AX. That's peanuts compared to Fate's buying power in Japan.
Alright, there's images of it. Okay, so I'm seeing images of it, like in pictures of them in the store. Okay, so these were the images. Okay, so these were the images that I'm gonna show this to you guys. This is the images that I remember. I don't remember if these are CEs or not, though. This was the key art.
Which they showed on streams.
Yes. Does anyone remember if those got made into CEs? Oh, let's see here.
I'm having a weird time, because,
yeah, people are saying no, because, I don't believe that.
I'm having a weird thing where just, I straight up can't, I know it was a real-life campaign, obviously, but, I also think, wasn't there, there had to have been, a sync courts or something to, commemorate it in-game, but there's, no record of it in any of the fucking wikis or anything, so it's very hard to get evidence. Let us know in the comments if you have some hard and fast proof of things.
Actually, no, wait, that's right. I can search, Gil, and check his CEs, and then there'll be a list there. There we go, that's what I'll do.
Work.
And if I don't see it there, well, I think that'll be sufficient, evidence. Let me see here, so let me scroll down. Craft Effinces, Fishes and Kings, Sophion, Caucus, New York, England. No. Well, I guess I can check Castergill just to be sure, because sometimes they're weird about that kind of stuff. It's like, no, this one's Castergill.
Yeah, listen, wikis are great. I don't want to fight anybody who makes entries, but also some of the people who make wikis are pretentious. If you've ever watched Fail Portrayal and have heard me and Dallas yell about how weird and anal retentive the guys who make the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki are, about, like, what card is what reference, I'm like, alright, guys, come on. You guys could just leave it off. You don't have to stretch.
Okay, I double-checked Gil and Castergill. It's not on those, so okay, these are not CEs. Which is a fucking shame.
Yeah, those arts are great. Especially because if they're not CEs, if they produce those as, like, posters or shit, well, fuck us then, because, like, we'll never get those.
No.
Those have the Lost and Convenience Store brand. I'm pretty sure they're not over here, so damn. Hopefully they'll be in an art book. But if they're not CEs, they won't be in the CE art book, which sucks. Because we, at the very least, Aniplex imports those from Japan for us to buy. And put on my shelf. Yeah, alright, okay.
Alright, so sorry
we did that detective work in real time. But it doesn't matter, because we've been doing the show for only an hour and 17 minutes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Sorry about that. Lucky got a hair up his bum. I had to know. I'm gonna forget this in like a week, though.
Well, like I said, it's not like we're pressed for time or anything, so it was perfectly good to do that in real time. Like, occasionally, sometimes if we have to do, like, big diversions or whatever, in any of our content, I'll pause the recording, but, like, a lot of the time it's just like, fuck it, where am I going, huh? I mean, yes, I did just get my copy of Estrella Ascending at 7 o'clock at night out of the mailbox, but I can't play it yet because I spent $8 on Kills and Shadowfall, and by God, I'm going to get my $8 out of that game. Gorilla, I know you're super fab with, like, Horizon, and I need to finish Zero Dawn and then play the new one, but for the love of God, can you guys just give somebody the license to make some fucking PS5 remasters of Killzone 1 through 3, please? Help me out.
Help a brother out.
Those games are they ruled. And I've never played the first Killzone because it was on PS2. And I just whiffed it because I couldn't buy M-rated gritty games when I had a PS2. That wasn't until PS3 where my parents let me buy Metal Gear Solid 4. But yeah, everybody's just saying they're double-checking the C's and they don't see anything, so we'll move on.
Alright then. So, thank you very much for that. Sorry we got in the weeds there a bit. And we move on. This next one comes from another banner without Scully. Never liked her anyways. This is what we like to call sour grapes. But they say, hey, Lugia Lucky and Oma Star Omega, how's Dead Week? Have you been depleting your AP at all? A little bit, not completely. I am still trying to get MHXA leveled. My question for the week, continuing the theme of Scotty not showing up, is which servant do you feel is never going to show up in your Chaldea? One that you like and want but haven't managed to roll yet. Best of luck continuing your upcoming rolls, if any, and hope you have a great week. P.S. It's almost that time of year. It's GSSR time, baby. Going with Ruler or Archer, probably.
Yeah, we just had a discussion on that, like it was the PS. I mean, I think I talked about that. I have actually gone out and I didn't go balls to the wall and dump out my bank account, but I have spent real ass money on Musashi, regular Saber Musashi, which is not what I normally do for servants, right? I still don't got her, and I feel like my soul is crushed and I will never get her.
For me right now, I'm still like I haven't gone balls to the wall because. Unfortunately, when Lucky goes balls to the walls, I get it. Even if it costs me, maybe like $700 to $1,000. I've done it. I've done it once. I'll do it again. So, but in the category of servants that I have made a solid, decent effort for and not got yet, the two that come to mind for me are Moriarty and Kentucky. I do want me that old spider neck golden boy. I really do. This is why I have to consider them. That's why I have to consider both those banners for the GSSR. So I'm just like,
yeah. And ironically, I have Moriarty and Kentucky. I wasn't even trying for Kentucky. For Moriarty, that was a try, but Kentucky, it was like, give me Tomoe, please.
Nope, you get golden.
I did get Tomoe eventually, but that was only after Raikou and Kentucky on that banner.
Mm-hmm.
Because the gacha is weird.
Gacha
also,
is
yes,
weird.
To bring up, somebody in the chat said that first line is what the kids these days are calling copium. Read that copium, everybody. I think that's a Twitch thing. Anyway.
Anyway, moving on.
Got a few more.
Yep, we got a few more. So this next one comes from Bunny Girl, made a Gothic Lolita outfit in-game. Will Catgirl girlfriend love it? We'll find out soon.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Nah, well, let's see, I don't have Catgirl girlfriend, but I do have Dragon Girl wife now, and it's very great. We had a wedding. We recorded it. Loth was there. He posed silly. It was fun. Suna was there too. Who else was there? Suna, Loth, Soup.
I wasn't there, despite the fact that... Well, actually, I don't know. Is 14 fully, cross-compatible with, different sources and stuff for consoles and things?
Oh, yeah, no.
Because right now, I don't want to do it because I don't know how it plays on PlayStation. But I talked about how earlier PSN's doing sales. You can get Final Fantasy 14 complete for $20 or $30, I think, on PS5.
Oh, jeez. Well, no, it is completely cross-compatible. It's all one server. Suna actually played on the PlayStation before swapping over onto the PC with us. But they say, hey guys, as we head towards lotto farming, which we call Christmas, I was wondering a question. If you had to make a lotto box like the other ones, what match would you put in there, and how many boxes would you have to farm to have them? Oh, and Berserker Lancelot is Bontent as new news from me.
Alright, I'm not going to answer this question specifically because lotto boxes have 25 items in them. As much as I want to faff out, you guys would not find it very interesting for me to sit here and graphically build this list in my brain. Same for Lucky. It would not be entertaining. I would definitely say what I think FGO should do, and what they usually do, but what they should definitely do the most is I would prioritize new mats first, because those are always such a pain in the ass to get, and usually a new story map release, which is when they release new mats, they usually release at least 2, usually 5 servants, which take all the new mats. So yeah, that I would be yes, there should be fucking maybe an egg in each lotto box, and there should be some fucking stand arrows and stuff in there. You know what I mean?
I don't Matt's cool, no, but just give me skill cookies and QP. That's all I want. Cookies.
Yeah,
and QP.
actually, yeah, and MP too. That's also an important aspect of those boxes. Like I said, I'm only at 2K out of 5K needed for dinner time. So yeah, that's the real shit, as they say. But mats, I prefer newer mats. And if only that's because I would not put Void Dust or Hero Proofs in there. Sorry if y'all need those. Still got 500. Actually, I think I only have 400 Void Dust, but it's a fucking lot. The amount of QP I would need to actually spend on my Void Dust would be ludicrous.
Again, we should get some sort of ability to sell mats that we might have fuck tons amount of.
Yeah, I think you. How did you put this when we talked about this last? It would be like mat coupons.
Yeah, something like that.
Kind of like the exchange ticket, but for specific mats. That would be nice. Because I would absolutely literally yeet 100 hero proofs or something to get some other bronze shit I need. Fucking steaks. I still need so many steaks. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Hey, by the way, Internet, I may or may not remember this on WhatsApp, but I want to tell you right now, I was right. They did put Golden Wind on Netflix. Now you can get all 5 of your JoJo's on Netflix to make way for the 6th JoJo.
Anyway, so we will move on with that. And this next one comes from Alias Zed, just Zed, who says, Records from the Throne, I got Himiko for my Gudaguda rolls. Comment, no question week, just sending good vibes, and wanted to talk about your rolls. But hey, congrats. Hopefully, oh man.
Oh, is it 12 now? Dang, dude, I'm going to be ready.
Mm-hmm. So...
Guess what, guys? I will watch a new anime right away. For once. I'll watch JoJo Part 6 on Netflix. Though I think today, because it was Disney Plus Day, also I need to catch up and maybe over the weekend watch Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, because they just put it on Disney Plus. Anyway, good vibes from this person. Continue to send good vibes in this and other commentary zones.
Yeah. So, moving on, this next one comes from, considering buying that cheaper version of Xbox just to play Elden Ring, because that game looks good. I actually did not catch the Elden Ring gameplay. The only thing is I saw someone drawing the chick that shows up, but really thick, and I was all like, this interests me.
Yes. Once again, From Software has outdone themselves. They've given you a not sexualized, but still nice-looking lady character to hang out with you. She says a line about you being maidenless, which the internet has made great fun of, and then you go about your business, and it's okay. But I think, the doll and the Firekeeper are cute, too, so, it's fine.
I do need to actually probably watch it again, because, again, I'm going to look at this game and be like, I could get this, but how much do I want to suffer?
We'll see if it's worth the suffering. I heard from what people have said is that it's kind of a synthesis of all of From Software's, previous mechanics a lot. It's borrowing from a lot of lessons they've learned.
So when do I get in the giant robot?
Yeah, that one I don't know. I think they mean mostly Soulsborne games and also Sekiro, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Also, apparently people are saying it's more open world, and they call it Big Souls.
Big Souls.
I don't know if I'm gonna go for the hype, but I know some people have played it. We should check out some stuff.
Yeah, I'll try to check out the gameplay trailer and see how it goes. Again, like I don't necessarily like I've talked about this before. I'm not necessarily done. It's not that I don't like these kind of games. It's just
they're a pain in the ass. I really like Bloodborne. I think I've put maybe like 5 or 6 hours into Bloodborne, but I need to fucking sit down and play Bloodborne. It requires focus and effort, and sometimes you have to take breaks. So it's not a casual gameplay.
I'm about to say it's probably. I don't know. Would you want to do it as maybe a Monday stream? Sit down and play it.
Possibly. I mean, I have streamed it before. I think I like my plan better for after Alan Wake though, doing Dad of Boy.
Dad of Boy.
Because that should probably be entertaining to hear us nerd out about that game and mythology. And also, I've never played it yet, and it's on the PS Plus collection. So we'll talk more about that on What's Up, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Lucky may or may not yell about Alan Wake. Also, I would not do everything, because I know that I know from those action style games they got a lot of bonus stuff. Like, I would not do everything. I'd play like main story and maybe some optional stuff when I got it, and do on-screen things or off-screen stuff. Sorry, got my confused. You said it. It would be like if I streamed Bayonetta, right? I would not do literally everything and go back and do all the extra shit. I would run through the story and like get some of the extra stuff.
Yeah.
There's no stuff for harder difficulties. That was the most pain in the ass in Bayonetta, was doing... Oh my god, I don't even remember. What was the hardest difficulty level in Bayonetta called? Was it full climax? Bayonetta, guys. It's a trip. Anyway, I'm cutting off Lucky from going to the next thing.
Yeah. So, they go on to say, "Hi there, Lucky and Omega. Hope the both of you are doing swell. No questions this week. Just sending well wishes and hoping Thanksgiving comes soon. Anyways, I'm going to go rewatch the Elden Ring gameplay for the 30th time. Bye-bye." Hey, if you're going to watch it for the 30th time, it's probably pretty good. That was like me. That's me when I watched the Shadowbringers, not Shadowbringers, the Endwalker gameplay trailer. I'm just like, why is this so good? And I proceeded to watch it 30 times. I'm excited, y'all. Super excited. But I do believe that is that for that. So we're gonna move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from Agent 418, who says, "Hello, Lucky Omega. With NA rebranding more JP-specific banners, could this lead to NA losing Thanksgiving? P.S. Finally got Arthur back Finally got Arthur back after accidentally using him to level someone else.
Damn.
How?
This is why we... Well, I mean, it could have been early enough we didn't auto-lock, but there's a reason why we auto-lock 5 stars.
Yeah. Oh, God, that is pain.
Yeah,
I thought the time that I accidentally used Gorgon for someone else was bad enough. Oh, no, man.
SSR, damn, dude. They do now, but I don't think they always used to.
It also could have been the fact that maybe he accidentally unlocked it and then accidentally put it in something else. It's like, trust me, sometimes when I'm smashing that lock button or unlock button, I hit one too many. But no, back on to what you were saying, really. No, I don't think we're gonna lose Thanksgiving. Like I said, Cleo got yeeted into the void from the original winter campaign.
Yeah, no, I think because they started small with just with the early Lucky Bag, which they never did again because they had to cut 2 servants from it. But I think that because Thanksgiving has always been there for us, there's no reason to cut it. It is the perfect excuse to reuse content that has no other use, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just because FGO will make some shit up to get all that content out because there's a lot of content we can't use doesn't mean that they aren't still going to use Thanksgiving as an easy excuse to do raid-ups that either they've missed or haven't done or want to do in other places.
Mm-hmm.
And also to sometimes just give us unique raid-ups. I wonder sometimes, because we've gotten some interesting raid-ups that weren't without precedent during Thanksgiving. I wonder if sometimes just, Delightworks or Anipix is just like, oh yeah, when we did this, 2 years ago in JP, we missed an opportunity to give this servant a banner they haven't gotten in a while. Let's throw that back out there,
I think it'll be fun.
Watch the fuck out if Arjuna Altar ends up on Thanksgiving somehow.
That would be...
I don't think they would because it's only been 6 months, but maybe next year. Maybe next year's Thanksgiving.
Maybe.
Just because then it'll have been a year, and the poor guy... I mean, I think there would be a little bit of JP salt, but so long as they remember to actually put him on a New Year's this year or something... unless they're, deliberately stalling for some ungodly reason about Arjuna, I don't know. And they might. I mean, his damage numbers are ludicrous, but that doesn't stop them from shilling Merlin every once in a while.
Yeah.
Do Summer Arjuna Altar. Put him on Saturdays or Sundays or whatever. You'll make the money. That's my prediction for Summer 7. Summer Arjuna altar costume. Only available for 1 hour at midnight on Sunday.
I mean, real talk, if they did that, they break the fucking game. They would. They absolutely would.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no, if it was only an hour, the servers would be fucking down. Okay.
But we move on from there, so thank you very much. This is our last one.
Nope.
Actually.
I think you missed one earlier.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Let's see here. Did I miss one? Yeah, let me scroll back here.
I'm sure we did not read. For me, it's the second one down. It's alias Moon is, and then ...
Do I don't see that.
Really? I saw it with 15.
Hang on, let me see here. Oh, Moon's from second from the top. Why did I miss? I skipped this one like a long time ago. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I double checked it because I know sometimes our order is different, but since you guys at the bottom, I was like, I remembered. Didn't do that one.
Well, my bad. That was my mistake. I don't know how I missed it. But, so this one comes from Moon is currently trying to remember how to draw again since Uni took all her free time for the past few weeks that was meant for her hobbies.
That happens.
But they say,
I believe several of our progression players are deep in finals and they have lost their fucking minds this week.
That's how it works, yes. But they say, question, heyo, Omega and Lucky, I hope you're both doing well. We don't celebrate Christmas here, but I always found the kiss under the mistletoe to be peculiar. As for my question, what servant do you want to encounter under a mistletoe? My answer is simple. It'll be Tamamo. And Tamamo, I know Tamamo would be a gremlin. She'd be like leading around and be like, "Oh, behold, there's a mistletoe. However did it get there? Oh, guess we got a kiss now."
Absolutely doing the fucking like making it magically appear or something.
Yeah.
It could be worse. I can imagine some servants like wearing it like a collar above the chest-till region, and just be like, "Oh ho, the mistletoe." I think all my favorite servants would probably be very funny, but I don't know if I'd live through it. Like if it was a Rinface or Mordred, I might die.
I mean, Kama's my definitely my runner up there, but I have no idea.
I don't think Kama would kill you. I just don't. It would either be like smug, like, "Oh ho, you want? I see, you want me to partake in this dumb ritual," or it would be like, "No, it's gross. Get away from me." I mean, yeah, Kiara's bad at. For like with Ishtar or something, for instance, I don't know if I'd live through that. Like, she'd get super embarrassed and turn red, but she also might like explode the mistletoe to get out of it, and possibly anybody standing near by proxy.
I'm not even sure Mordred knows what kissing is.
I mean, Mordred does get Summer Mordred anyway does get debated into the Pocky game, and I'm very mad at Matahari for fucking it up. I remember that to this day.
But I think that's enough on that.
19th century mistletoe was widely incorporated. By the way, I'm looking this up. I wanted to look up the origin of the mistletoe kissing thing. Because mistletoe has a particular association with medical uses to the Greeks, and the Celts thought it was a symbol of like fertility and life. There's also that whole thing with Balder. But apparently during like the 18th century, it got just like the jump to Christmas decoration, and then apparently it started as a custom among servants in England, where I will also say, by the way, 18th century, the origin of this is what we call today problematic.
Really?
Yes, allegedly. So you can tell some asshole made this up. The early version of the custom, which started in the working class and then worked it out to the middle classes, was a man was allowed to steal a kiss from any woman caught standing under the mistletoe, and refusing was bad luck.
What?
And then another version is you pluck a berry from the mistletoe with each kiss and only stop smooching once they're all gone. And I'm just like, wow, so somebody made that up either to get free kisses or to sell mistletoe.
Probably both.
But, you know, it makes for a great answer. Somebody just reposted that lost an image randomly on our Grand Order, I guess. I just saw it on Twitter. I will retweet it. As you do.
Ah!
Alright, so then there's
the
actual last one.
Actual last. That is the wrong tab, me. There we go.
Rippery now.
So, now this actual last one comes from an Artorias Stan. Oh, I guess we can bring that up now, real quick. So, guys, we do know that the fact that Melty Blood, someone snitched to Aniplex about Melty Blood, and they did actually change Artoria to I don't even know actually how they pronounce it. What, Altria?
Yeah. I
Altria?
also literally don't know, because the pronunciation is the same in Japanese. They just choose to Romanize it weird.
It is weird. And while I know some of you are making a big deal out of it, I don't necessarily think it's that much an issue. It's just the same thing. It's the same song.
I mean, I find it funny that they went to the lengths to, like, tell the Melty Blood guys to fucking patch it out of the game, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're reaching absurdist comedy levels, but I don't think it's a big deal. The way I phrased it is, their reasons for spelling it Altria are wrong. There should not be an L in that, and there should probably be another vowel in there. That's just how linguistics works, but they do own the IP, so they get to say how it's spelled, even if it is wrong. Like, we can't stop them. It's not how this works, so.
No.
Yeah, and we have observed it, but I have no further commentary there.
Yes. But they say, greetings, Lucky and Omega. I hope you both are well. Sending good vibes. Take our vibes back. Just those are my good vibes. You now all have them.
Vibe check.
Yeah. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at things, that's the end of the mailbag.
Yep.
What's the mission clock at?
The mission clock is raw audio time. We have been going for just over 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 50 seconds.
Oh, can we talk about something for like 30 minutes so we can get us all 2 hours in here?
We should probably try and fluff this out.
We could probably fluff this out.
I was going to double check, because by the power of Zeus, I got cut off from that last week. And I know some people have said the back half I recorded was quiet. Other people said they enjoyed Fanservant Friday and didn't have any complaints, so that might be one of those, depending on your audio setup kind of things. Since some people said they listened and were okay with it, I'm probably not going to re-record it, but I do want to observe. I saw your comments, a couple of them. But since some of that was a little low energy, I do want to go ahead and double check on the polls, because they launched last week. We can check in where those are at. It appears while they've gotten a few more votes, they have not really moved. For Fanservant Friday, Tam Lin is actually our leader currently with 47 points. Almost at 57. 47 points of the vote, with Jurogumo being just under that at 35%.
Guys, I want Spider-Wife. Give me Spider-Wife. Someone flip those votes.
Yeah, I think we're only at 17, and this is for all 5 and up patrons, which I think there are more than 17. If you're listening out there, check it out. I mean, you don't even have to flip the votes. Just put Tamlin to tied, and Lucky gets to break ties. That's our rule.
Yeah.
Speaking of near ties, apparently Teach Me also at 17 votes with 7 days left. You got about a week to fix this. Whether you're a patron or you want to sign up on Patreon to fix this. It's also very close, with Awazaki Sisters just taking the lead at 53%.
Oh, jeez.
So it is tight in here.
Listen, Lucky is on board for Awazaki Sisters. Like, if Mega wasn't going to do it, I was never going to do it. It's all like...
Yeah, no. I figured it would be, and it'll probably be a very interactive Teach Me for once.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, these are both pretty tight, so if you care about these sorts of things, if you're a patron already at the 5 and higher level, our silver tier or better, you can vote on these polls now. They're just on our Patreon page. You should be able to find them. You will also probably have emails and notifications about them. But also, if you want to, consider dropping a line. It's only, $5 a month. You can get a discount if you want to block out for a year. At higher levels, obviously, you could listen to the show live, for instance. We have referenced Patreon Chat a couple of times. And so, yeah, you can check that all out and check out interesting stuff. But, yeah, I mean, let's see. What could we really talk about? We've already mentioned the Artoria thing.
We already mentioned Artoria debate. Let's do some Gudaguda predictions, because let's think. We have a fucking huge backlog, don't we?
We do. We could probably literally spend like 15 or 20 minutes just trying to remember the backlog.
Well, I know a couple of them, because we have Maxwell's Demon. That's one. We also have Mitsuhide. He also has the design.
Oh, he's also, I believe he's canonically a caster too, yeah.
Yeah. So we have 2 casters on the backside. Then we have...
And to reiterate, because it has been like an hour and a half since I said that, we are specifically talking about casters because I noticed there are no casters in the bonus lineup.
Yeah. Well, Hideyoshi exists and has a design, but has not actually appeared in any Gudaguda so far, but is a Gudaguda servant.
Yes. Sun Wukong is in a similar place. They have details for Sun Wukong from Gudaguda and like the other tie-in stuff that's tied to in magazines, but have not actually showed up in any of our events.
I can't remember the Berserker all of a sudden. It was it? Yeah, Seeker has it. Tyranno. What was it? Oh, it's Shibata. I think it was like Katsuo. Was it Katsuo Shibata? I can't remember.
I think so. Let me see. I'm in the appropriate thing. Am I? No, that's Gudaguda Hanoji. That's the first one. What was that one called? Final Hanoji, right?
Yes.
Different from regular Hanoji. That's why I got confused. I was literally looking it up. So let's see. He'll be in the list of main quests, I think, because he was a story boss. But he was a story boss with several story sprites and the whole, 9 yards.
Or was it Katsui? It was either Katsuo or Katsui.
Black Giants, Maxwell's Demon, Nobu, Warrior Monk, Border Village. God, this is really a pain in the ass to navigate. Is it technically a suppression quest? No, I think it was a main quest. Yeah, it is Katsui.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, yeah, it's Katsui. Yeah, thank you. So he's in there. He has some designs and stuff. And then, like, if we just get into like the Sengoku era and just it's enormity, there's like so many fucking people. Like, listen, guys, I know I dropped the ball on last year's Nobu's Wanted, but man, it's constantly living in my head and thinking what I have to do about it. Like,
yeah, the reason why you did not finish it was because it was so huge.
Yeah,
I believe somebody also pointed out there's another Shinsengumi guy who is in the Yamatai event as like a sprite.
Is that Kondo? Kondo?
Chat, let us know.
Because that's the other of the... Because that's the big three of the Shinsengumi. It was Kondo, what was it, Izami or something like that? I can't remember off the top of my head. But it was Kondo, fucking Hijikata, and Okita Soji. Those are like the three that people usually most remember from the Shinsengumi. Actually, no, if I remember correctly, I think they said that Ryoma's gonna have, so it's probably gonna be have some people, maybe someone from the Meiji Restoration. Shoot, maybe the fella can just bring in fucking Emperor Meiji himself, make him a small kid. Who else was? I mean, they could bring in Saito Don. He was big in there too.
Oh, another one who appeared as an enemy in. Actually, that might be a spoiler. I don't know what I'll bring that guy up. There's a late boss in. There's a boss in Yamatai who is another Shinsengumi guy. Though I think he's also, judging by some of these sprites and stuff I see, is he's got some of the old, event nonsense stuff happens to him too.
I don't know.
So there's a lot of options, and we've name checked several characters. Nagayoshi's brother Mori Renmaru, for instance, was name checked in that event.
Oh. I don't know if they can do is because here's the thing about Gudaguda is they usually like to use the main Ebisin cast for jokes. Yeah. Like that's why Emiya is usually part, like they have the whole Sonata the Sonata family as like the Emiya family.
Yes. They I don't know if they would do that. Like for instance, what was it? I think in Final Hanoji, Date Basamune was Date Jean.
Yeah. My Moon
was the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could still make those characters appear, but yes, it would definitely.
Like, did we have a stand-in for the Hojo clan? I don't remember. But because that's the thing, the Sengoku era specifically, there was a fuck ton of clans, and all of them had like little heroes in it doing stuff. Actually, what could be fun is they could maybe they could bring out bust out Sarutobi. I don't think did we use Sarutobi for anything? I can't remember.
I don't recall. I mean, they've had a couple of references to ninja characters, but I don't know if they've actually brought up the legendary Sarutobi Sasuke. Oh, I mean, hell, fuck. If you want to do, like, if we're just going random, because we could go random Japanese characters, Goemon.
Sorry, huh? Oh, real? Yeah.
Like, if we're, like, because remember, like I said, Himiko came out of nowhere. That was just because they decided to do it set in the mythical, like, Yamatai period. So, like, depending on when it goes, it would be later, though, so maybe not Goemon, because this is supposed to be...
I don't know, I guess, like, here's the thing, because we can do, like, random, like, Himiko come out of nowhere. And from what I remember, because I think it was said in the news desk here, it's called...
Yeah, I've got the... Do you want me to read the full name?
Yeah, it's, go for it. I'm dying now.
Yeah, Lucky has decided to die, so I will take this really quick. It is Showa Kinokami Project Gudaguda Ryoma Close Call! ! The Mystery of the Vanished Nobu Head, with double B's.
Actually, Goemon actually might win, because it could just be Ryoma's on a fucking mystery and Goemon's still a fucking head or something.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense. Ugh. Because, like we're talking about, like, Goemon is just, you know, the iconic Japanese,
They also seem to be referencing because it has Showa in there, the Showa period, which was, 26 to 89.
You actually had that off the top of your head? Holy shit.
No, I googled that.
Oh, okay.
Because I was trying to see if Showa Kinokamu is anything specifically, but yeah, the Showa period, they gave me the thing. So, yeah.
By the way, if you guys want some insight on that, it goes the Meiji, Taisho, Showa, Heisei, Reiwa periods.
Yeah.
So each one tied to an emperor's rule. Mm-hmm. So
alternatively, some people may recognize those differently as eras of Godzilla. Because it is technically still the... I mean, yes, it is still the Imperial eras, but there were some marked cycles in the production of Godzilla movies which also correlate with decades of certain Imperial years. Yes. I have actually heard Godzilla people, as a borderline Godzilla person myself, I have heard people refer to them in those eras. Toku fans also are like that? Yeah, that makes sense.
I see that too, yeah.
Because, like, remember, like, the Showa period, runs from the 20s and then it ends in 89, so then you've got the period after being the 90s and so on. So, yeah, there's some interesting, like, break in how a lot of those are made. But, yeah, so we're looking at probably something in the, 20s or 30s again to make sense for, Ryoma's a detective agency to come back, but Ryoma himself isn't from that period, being from the Meiji Restoration.
No, he could, well, actually, he might be. He could be just an old man. Kind of. Well, I mean, actually, when did he?
No, date of death was 1867.
Oh no, that's still in the. Yeah, he died young. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was assassinated. It's that thing that Orio's upset about. But he died just before the actual Meiji Restoration occurred because he helped set it up. So yeah. So I think we're going with an Imperial Capital type thing. That could definitely lend it to it being Maxwell's Demon or Mitsuhide again.
Lady Kasuga could be interesting, but I don't here's the thing, I don't connect Lady Kasuga directly to
that would definitely be like they're throwing us a bone, right?
Right.
I mean, to give her own design, which I believe, as we've discussed, would possibly be a soft Sakura face kind of a thing,
Mm-hmm.
To let her be her own design would also probably make sense if they did the bronze thing again, right? Because she's cool. She's not that cool,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't strongly draw that. I strongly draw that because of like OQ and the great continuity of either the Lost Belt 4 like oeuvre of stuff connected to that, right? Because or just the general CCC OQ Beast 3 canonicity, right?
Yeah.
So I would almost expect her much more likely if we had some more like CCC themed event or something.
Having Nobunaga's sister show up would be interesting, but I don't think so.
What?
Oichi.
Yeah, Chachamama?
Yep.
I mean, I would much prefer if they did Lady Yodogiri instead, just because that's again, Gudaguda has this problem. We've talked about this a lot, where they keep adding characters and they keep adding characters with fucking sprites and stuff. Like we rattled off about Katsue, who has multiple ascensions worth of stats and has his own like NP animation, if I remember correctly. We don't have them for Akechi or for Maxwell's Demon, but they both have story sprites, and we know they exist as servants because they have been mentioned in previous Gudaguda stuff. I don't think Redline's got there yet, but in the actual like tie-in magazines and stuff that we get all this from, they have designs and things. So like we know them already. We know that there's even more Shinsengumi guys because there are actually quite a lot of dudes in the Shinsengumi who are famous.
Yep.
So they've got a lot of back row. There's I think at least like 2 or 3 more of those guys who get introduced in Yamatai. We've got multiple layers of sprites. Okay, so he doesn't have an NP, but he does have skills for sure. Like he clearly has enough work where it would be a very easy jump for him to be a playable servant, right?
Right.
Because he's got the animations, he's got multiple ascensions worth of sprites, he even shifts in them in story. It's a whole thing. And every time we do a new Gudaguda event, I feel like we layer on more and more. Like, Yamatai did do the backlog, but it did, like, one of the oldest backlogs in that it did Nobukatsu, who I think showed up as early as the second one, right? I think that was... Yeah, he was secretly the boss with the gold pillar in the Meiji Ishii event. Technically, our best throwback was 5-star Nobu because that's a joke she makes in the original Gudaguda Hanoji. Oh no, I've lost my 5th star. I'll get it back later. You'll see. And then it happened. So, like, I guess technically that means we are overdue for Gudaguda 3 stuff to come back, you know?
Well, like right now, right now, Cha-Cha like joked about being not really joked. She was mad. But
it was a Gudaguda thing and it was Cha-Cha, so it was a joke, yes.
yes, about how she's gonna go Avenger on people and whatnot. And I'm just
talked about being, Lady Yodogiri, her being Vavoom and all that stuff. Like, she's talked it up. Well, I mean, also, I would say, remember, talking about Ryoma, it's the cycle of 3, right? Imperial Capital Holy Grail War was 3. Yeah. I don't think they'll do a new Ryoma. They could do, like, a standalone Oryu, I guess? But that's already how... Well, no, actually, because Oryu's got her own separate skills that aren't referenced, but she also is Ryoma's NP, so it's a little weird.
No, I think they could give... Well, actually, no, that wouldn't make sense. No, never mind. I had a thought, but I dismissed it just as quickly.
But if it was a callback to Imperial, I think that would lean it towards Akechi Mitsuhide, because I think that's when he made his first on-screen appearance, was Imperial Capital.
Yeah.
So if we are on a 3-year cycle, or a 3-event cycle, I guess, technically, that would make sense that would be the callback, right?
All right.
So I think there's decent money on that one, but there's still so many things that are up in the air, because, the Cha-Cha thing has been left lingering, and that's from a Gudaguda previous to the 3rd one.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, like we said, they have options. There should probably be about 3 new servants, I think, is a fair guess.
I feel like 3 would be good. We have an SR. I don't think we'll have... I feel like, we should have
there will be an SSR. We can say that. There's almost surely going to be an SSR. Allegedly, we have that 3rd sprite from the frickin' banner, the collage that's still coming. That last final sprite. There will probably be some kind of welfare, whether that's a brand new bronze or whether that's a actual 4-star welfare. We'll see. It probably depends on who that servant is.
But it has real cool. We did just get a new Liz, though. Are they going to give us another welfare so quickly?
Oh, they might. Also, like I said, they could go the bronze or silver route. Remember?
True.
They could give. I could easily see them doing Akechi Mitsuhide as like a 3-star caster, right, or a 2-star caster even, and putting him in the FP gacha and the banner, just so he has different ascensions and stuff, and not making him a welfare.
True.
I can also see them doing that, and then also doing a welfare because they are lunatics. And let's be real, it has been a little bit of a light year for welfares. Let me see if I can pull up the list of welfare servants. This is a good speculation topic as well.
Mm-hmm. That's why I suggested it.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't go balls to the wall on the Faff on the front half, so this is good. So let's see.
Yeah, we got Mixa and we got Cinderliz. Who was our summer welfare? Da Vinci Ruba, thank you.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I'm trying to fucking... It's hard, okay, wrestling with wikis.
Actually, yeah, no, that would be it. Was
yeah,
Kichi Hogan this year?
Was at the top of the year.
Oh, was Kichi Hogan this year? Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yep, that's it. Those are them. There was Karna Santa was late last year, Christmas 2020. There was Little Bing Tengu right at the start of the year. There was Mixa for Grail Live as the collab. Mm-hmm. There was Da Vinci at the summer, and then Liz. So that's 4. That is about the average of a year, so we might not, because we'll probably get a Christmas one. But then, like I said, they could do the Nobukatsu thing. But there was 4 in the first year, technically, because Artoria Lily. But then, the actual, first year was Shiki, Irie... Was Kentucky not until the next year?
No, I'm pretty sure Kentucky was. Actually, what?
No, I think Onigashio was the same. And then it was Summer's Cock. Yeah, this is all... Yeah, no, because Christmas was... The first year was Christmas 2015. Was the first Christmas. So, that was Karo Kyokai, Fate XL Zero Order, Onigaishima, 16 Summer, Halloween 16, and I know Prisma Causeway was before that, and then Christmas 2016. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the year 2016, and then they kind of cooled it down to 4 or 5 a year. So we could be up for a lot. We could be up for a thick year.
I'm thinking they're probably not gonna do welfare, but who knows? Maybe they'll double down on the friend point summons.
Yeah, I could see that as the new gimmick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you've literally just got a Halloween welfare. You know you're getting a Christmas welfare. We're gonna give you a new friend point unit because we don't do that a lot. And technically, there is some precedent for that with Bunyan, right?
Yeah.
Who was technically an event servant, but was a bronze and has, the full ascensions and everything. Speaking
I
of
said,
character backlogs,
like, I
by the way,
don't.
when more learning with manga characters. It's a different conversation. That backlog is as bad as Gudaguda, though.
So.
So we should be reasonably certain that there will be 2 or 3 servants new in this.
Yes, minimum SR and SSR. I would like to see, like, ideally, I would like them to go with maybe like two to 3 frame points. Shoot, they don't even have to be limited. Just add them. Fuck.
Oh yeah, I mean they haven't done that in literally 2 years. I would also be cool. Well, I mean, other than Habitrot weirdness, I do not know if there will be a double banner. They do that sometimes, but usually that second banner is like old servant reruns. Like that would be like, when was the last time Okita Alter got a rerun? I think she got one earlier this year as a thing, but you know what I mean. Like that would be, double check. Clearly, we don't need to worry about Hijikata.
I don't think they're going to do a double banner, because that means that event will probably run for like 3 weeks then. Because they usually
they could do it 2 weeks apart, but that would be the problem. Is remember, we assume it starts the 17th, right after the stream ends. So that means you've got the next week will be the 24th. The next week after that, the 2 week marker will be the 1st of December. And that means that we will probably immediately have to go into the Santa Carna rerun with a Vishra banner again. Though Vishra is permanent, but, that banner comes back, right? And
Vishra.
Then that will run for, like, 10 days, 2 weeks.
Probably.
And then we will be going into probably immediately, like, a new Christmas event, which will either be their new, like... admittedly, the way they phrased it, I think it's supposed to be a 6.5 chapter. Like, I think they said there would be a story event in winter.
I believe they said that as
separate.
Well. Oops. That should be separate, but that will block up, especially if they try to do some sort of pre-campaign for the story event as well.
But like this Gudaguda will end on the 1st of December, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 weeks in December. Keeping in mind that events usually take 2 weeks minimum. Though obviously, if it is a main interlude or story style thing. Oh, hey, somebody pulled this up. Okay. There will be another story event that says 6. Okay. So that could just be Christmas's Story Locked 2 Lost Belt 6, but might not be, because I think they've mentioned that a couple of times.
I don't know. I know
then they have like 2 fucking floating weeks. Because like,
I mean, I guess they could, but also, I don't know about this idea of locking a Christmas to LB6.
Yeah, that would be very weird. That would be completely unprecedented. Christmases and summers are usually Fuyuki clears.
Yeah.
So I could see that being like the extra event is a story event, whether it's a limited story event or a originally limited story event, right? Like a like Scramble, like Imaginary Sea, or OQ or CCC. I mean, that was... Well, Hanko is not like that. Hanko is not time limited. That is permanent. That goes in main interlude after you're done.
Yeah.
But also the thing about Quetzmas, which required... I don't think that was the latest story, was it? Was it the latest story? No, let me go back to this. It required... God, I hate how this fucking wiki is organized. No, I think it was 1. I think you need to be caught up with Lost Belt 1. And even then, usually their events are very loosey-goosey. Netherworld did need Babylonia, but that made sense. Also, that's slightly different, right? I mean, it could require a Lost Belt 6, but that would be... Oh, Christ, what the fuck would that be? We've already gotten a Santa Artoria. I don't even know what the tie-in would be there.
Clearly, we need a Santa Morgan.
Yeah, except it's only been like 6 months. That's too soon. They remember, they say they like to wait like a year before they do alts. Now, that's not guaranteed. They've done alts in, 8 months before or whatever. But, I don't know. If straight up the Christmas has story ties to Lost Belt, that would be weird. But, hypothetically, the way they have phrased their language, we should say, as far as we know, that is possible. They haven't said that's not happening. But, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, there's like I said, there's 5 weeks in December to clear. One, they could take out in 10-ish days, and they could overlap with a pre-release for a story campaign. They could do the previous year's Christmas. Mm-hmm. Whether or not they have a actual New Year's event, also they could do Christmas rerun and then actual Christmas, and then do a story event after that goes into January. We don't know, and we're probably not gonna know until close to December 1st when Gudaguda ends, and then we actually do the thing and get out there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's certainly plenty of opportunity for several servants to roll out. And yes, actually, now that you said that out loud, Lucky, Christmas locked to Lost Belt 6, which is very long, and actually, I don't think it's supposed to be as hard as Olympus, but is difficult, is like, that would be weird.
It would be weird, but I would like to point out they are going a little hand with Spirit Stones right now for some reason.
True. Well, I think it's because they know that they've got 2 events that are Storytide coming up. Whether or not one of those is Christmas, we'll see. Because Gudaguda is not seasonal. They did do it as Halloween last year, but it happens whenever the fuck, We had ours in early March. The original Gudaguda Hanoji, I believe, was in the middle of November.
Basically, you get one new Gudaguda FGO year.
Yes. We know that Gudaguda is annual. When it happens in that annuum, who the fuck knows?
No.
Who the fuck actually knows? But yeah, we got some stuff there. Okay, we're at about 2 hours and 10 minutes, though. We did manage to go for an extra 30 minutes on that. We had some good discussion there. Let us know your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. Like, do you have any best guesses or any actual thoughts and feelings on who will show up in a Gudaguda event? Like I said, I know some people are saying Saber Raiko, but I just don't. That doesn't have anything to do with the show period. So that's I think a little bit of a reach, guys. Honestly, I think not that Delightworks is shackled to patterns, but I think the idea of the 3 event cycle, right? Like technically, Final Hanoji called back to that joke about 5-star Nobu, and then we got Nobukatsu in Yamatai finally. And now this is our 6th this Gudaguda. I think it's the 6th. Yeah, because next year's would be the 7th. If this one, because it's name dropping Ryoma for sure. If this one called back to Capital with Mitsuhide, maybe that would make sense. And I don't want to rule out just because we talked about how we just had a welfare and they've relaxed on welfares in recent years. Also, this is 2021 in JP. This year has been fucking nuts. So. There are no actual stops for Delightworks, just we can theorize. Maybe they wouldn't do a welfare. They've got 2 more, probably. Or one. They just did one, rather, and they're going to do another one, for sure, at Christmas. So, we don't know. But if you have any thoughts on those, let us know. If you want to comment and take your bets whether or not Christmas is the event that's Story Locked to Lost Belt 6, I guess give me a call. I don't know. There's still plenty of wiggle room left. We'll see what happens. And who knows, they may actually also talk up even, obviously the stream will be primarily for Gudaguda Close Call, because that's what it's said to be for, but they may or may not drop more hints. They, much like with the releasing Spirit Stones, right, they like to keep reminding us, hey, by the way, complete the story. Hey, by the way, complete the story, So we'll probably get some more news on that. What time is that? That'll be, they don't have a time yet, I don't think. Or do they? Hold on, I'm going to open a YouTube link. Does it go to a video? Okay, yep, okay, they do have it. Live in 4 days, 5 a.m., so I will not catch that stream live.
I probably will not, unless I really want to get really, really up, really early.
Get up 3 a.m. early?
I could.
Yeah, I don't know. Nah,
I did it before.
I think I'll let that one pass. I mean, yeah, if it works out, you could. It's on a Wednesday, I think, for us. Or technically Tuesday morning? No, it'd probably be Wednesday morning.
We'll see. But, like I said, there's something nice about seeing it in the moment.
Yeah, I just wish that they weren't doing their streams at 5 a.m. for me. I do like hanging out with people and talking about them, but the problem is that I should be super definitely in bed and hopefully asleep by 5 a.m. But we'll see. We'll have the news for you. Like we said, that'll be the 17th. That's this Wednesday. So we will have that news for you next show. We can probably do the outro, and God help Robin with time coding. Who am I kidding? Robin's just going to make all of this just, the Gudaguda Faff blob.
Faffing Gudaguda.
But yeah, if we have no more rando comments, no other theories to bring up in the patron chat, we can probably do the outro.
Yeah, good job, us. We faffed.
And we faffed in an interesting way, as we do.
As we do.
I know we got several comments last week about our deep faff on the intro to anime thing.
Oh.
Several comments of a variety.
I think my favorite one was I think my favorite one was despite the completely inaccurate things about One Piece, I was like, yeah, I knew I was gonna get one of those at least.
Yeah, ignoring all your incorrect comments about One Piece. And to be fair, they did ignore. They stopped there.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I was like, no, I expected this. I expected this out of those people.
You see, I didn't mind that because they didn't actually try to actually me about One Piece. It was like, you're clearly wrong, but moving on.
Yes, no, they stuck it at just the aside comment and actually left it as an aside, and then it had actual commentary about it.
Yeah, yes.
And I think we can stick to our guns about whether or not One Piece is a good intro to anime, because it's about 5 billion episodes. But we don't need to rehash that conversation, guys. If you missed that conversation, go back and listen to Let's Talk FGO from last week. It's I think it's 15 million Scotties, not a Himiko to drink. God know what I'm going to call... No, actually, I know. It's going to be, I will definitely include Gudaguda close call in here somewhere. You thought you would escape Gudaguda? Close call. Something. I'll workshop it. I have to do the thumbnail as well. The people listening already know, but we can actually tell that story because I don't think we said that on air.
No.
We'll damn, that's good. We'll play a little inside baseball here. So, we were faffing around in the pre-show. Support us $10 and up on Patreon. Get the pre-show. We hang out in the recording chat. We double-check the show notes. We talk about other stuff. We were talking about Astrea Ascending, and I was like, yeah, I don't think my copy gets here until next week. And you were like, oh, it's on Amazon 2-day shipping right now. It's back in stock. And I was like, damn. Let me go check my Amazon orders, I guess, and see where the tracking is at. And then Amazon's like, delivered today. And I'm like, at 7 o'clock tonight, I definitely didn't receive it. So I took like a 5-minute break to go trundle out under the moonlight and have a nice, cool evening walk, as you do, and go out to the mailbox to check. It was, in fact, there. And among other things, while I was gone, Lucky was staring at his paint program, trying to think of the thumbnail, and was like, I don't got anything. And then when you brought that up after I returned, I was like, okay, I'll kit bash something lo-fi. So the people listening have already seen it, but if you've been wondering why, it's because I kind of concur. I don't know what the thing is. I'll have to think of something to do as parts of the thumbnail. But the lo-fi one at least is relatively easy because most of the work is just I cut out and paint around Rio April Fool faces. That I can do pretty easily. I can think of some stuff that fits there. It'll be what's actually in the corner image and stuff to grab everybody's attention. But we'll have a good attention grabbing title and everything. But I think with that extra faff, yeah, it's 2:15. Hopefully this stays over 2 hours just to get that extra length in there. Just to satisfy YouTube. But I'll skedaddle, and we'll do the outro.
Outro!
I flex my shoulder blades, crunch my bones, and we'll do the outro. The outro goes a little something like this. If you are watching this video on YouTube and liked it, be sure to give it a like. You can give it a dislike too. We may or may not see it. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Feel free. We never cared about the dislike bar. Go for it. I think in some of our episodes, some people give us dislikes to be funny, because we bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any comments, as I've called out to you many, many times, leave in the comment section down below your thoughts on the upcoming Gudaguda Close Call, your thoughts on, who's going to be up for Thanksgiving. Go, I would prefer you do it in the comments of the video rather than in mailbag. Go ahead and shout out who you're going to roll in the GSSR. Let us know. Fill out your bingo cards. And if you want to join other people filling out their bingo cards, join us on Discord. That's a very common pastime when GSSRs are about to roll around. People will post a clean image and, doodle on it in MS Paint and stuff. So join our Discord. Link is in the video description or on our channel page. Chat with like-minded individuals about all kinds of things. We've got FGO fans. We've got news for JP and NA. We talk about games and stuff. If you want to hang out and have people play Super Robot Wars or watch Tokusatsu, we've got people for that. We got a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh fans, Yu-Gi heads. I don't know what we call ourselves these days. Cardboard crack addicts.
We really do have a diverse nerd community.
Yeah.
The more I think about it.
We have a whole subsection for gacha games, which is, subdivided thanks to threads.
Listen, I seriously think this was my best idea this year. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it seems to be working. I haven't heard any complaints. But, breaking it out, so if you follow other gacha games like, Arc Knights, Genshin Impact, Azure Lane, etc., we got channels for you. If you want to, hang out with nerds who play Final Fantasy XIV, Lucky's got a whole secret nest up in the heights of the server. Right at the top. So, we got all kinds of stuff. It's not as lunatic as it was, I think, earlier this year or last year, but if you're into the VTubers, we got a lot of people who post about that as well. We got all kinds of stuff. Join our Discord. It's cool. And, of course, if you're new here and haven't already, please subscribe to our channel to always get our latest episodes of Let's Talk FGO. Get our news desk releases when I decide to do them. Check out videos like Wanted. I think my next one is Saberstolf. I think that is the next one. That's Christmas. That should be early. Yeah. That's the one.
Actually, getting to actually drum down on those Stolffolk might be actually kind of fun.
Yeah, hey, I'll get to talk about it because Astolfo's a really weird character. I don't even remember. I think he might be name-checked in the original Song of Roland, but the original Song of Roland is very plain. It doesn't name all the paladins. Most of the Astolfo canon we have that's used in FGO is from Italian operas and poems that come later. Because the Italians thought Roland, or Orlando as they called it, was really cool. Much like how the French thought that King Arthur was really cool, and one of them inserted Lancelot in there. It's pretty funny. We'll talk a little bit about that when I do that Wanted and stuff, and I'll get to dive into some of the stuff in the matter of France. I've dived a little bit into it when I did a Wanted on Bradamante before, but I'm sure we can come back to some other things, and I can explain many, many fun Stolf facts. TM. But yeah, so if you want to get Wanted, make sure to sub, get our other videos, and get our streams. And if you always want to know when we post a new video or when we stream, like for instance, if Zeus knocks out my power for 12 hours and I have to post the episode like a day late, consider hitting that bell for notifications so you always know when we post a video or when we stream. This isn't a shill. I don't get extra money from YouTube for hitting the bell. It's purely convenience to you, and it would really help you out because sometimes our posting schedule is a little chaotic, you know. You guys don't pay us enough money, as I like to joke. We're not so rich and powerful that we can like have backups for our backups for our backups. I did hot swap my backup power setup though, so my Ethernet router won't go down, so I can actually hypothetically in that circumstance, because our modem kept power for like 2 hours after the lights went out last week. I think I said this on the Monday stream. I probably could have like straight up just been like, oh well, my power's gone out. Let's do an outro really quick and let me save this. We'll see you guys. Blah blah blah, and like not lost anything. It's just I lost my Ethernet internet connection and didn't have enough time to jiggle with it and had to go. Because I have it ups, but it's, for like 5 to 10 minutes of computer time, not, 20 minutes of computer time. But if you're thinking of supporting us financially, letting me buy bigger and better backup systems, you can, of course, drop us a super thanks in the comments, or you can join our channel memberships, get access to membership badges and emotes. YouTube recently ran a survey about memberships, and I did yell at them a little bit about, various features and whether or not we should have more emotes. It's not like YouTube needs the upload space, but I know it's pretty common. But membership badges and emotes, it's cool. You can use them in the comments, you can use them on live streams, it's fun. These are our channel memberships. And the big one, like I said at the front of the show, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early in audio format as soon as I finish editing them. Usually a day early. You can get access to videos early for $5 a month, and topic polls, the Teach Me Omega Sensei and Fanservant Friday polls I mentioned already. From the 5 and up level. You can also listen to us record Let's Talk FGO live and get on in our shoutouts, and that stuff really helps, support us and keep everything going and working on various projects and things and plans. For instance, thanks to combinations of your generous super chats and stuff on YouTube streams and through just general Patreon, like for instance, I have actually gone ahead and I have ordered a big box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I will probably stream opening, and I will make sure to do some preamble and some pre-ordering this time. If you want to see me test that, that's on our channel already. I think I just called it Burst of Destiny opening. It was kind of an impromptu thing because I just wanted to test my setup. I've learned some things. But, check it out. And, that's the wrap. We will see you guys later today for What's Up, our other podcast about whatever. We stream it Saturday, every week, basically, for, 2+ hours as well. We have some fun stuff to talk about this week, I think. We've already mentioned a few things we may mention. And if you are a gacha aficionado, I am sure Lucky will talk about Blue Archive. Mm-hmm. And among other things, we've got plenty of other stuff to talk about. Circle the wagons to talk about stuff. So go ahead and check that out. We always like to plug What's Up. It's a really cool time. If you are one of those many people who say they listen to the podcast to kill time at work, kill time while you're farming, whatever, like I said, consider What's Up. Because it's not just about FGO, we talk about lots of things, usually longer, and we will fill up that time for you. Trust me. We're good at filling time. That's interesting. Speaking of filling time, I think for the first time ever, my computer has told me that our current weather is fog. Huh. Wow. Wasn't foggy a couple hours ago, and I went to go check the mail, but glad I took care of that.
If you hear air sirens, hide.
Yeah, I'll close my windows and batten down the hatches. I have plenty of light, though. So if I hear any howling winds and any train cars get chucked at me, I'm good. But, yeah. That's the show, everybody. Be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Let's Talk FGO, where we will sure to give you the drip, the news feed, the 411, if anybody says that anymore. I don't even know if kids even know what 411's about. Anyway, we'll give you that heads up on Gudaguda next week, because we'll have all the info, I'm sure, from the pre-release, and probably the event will have started, and any other shenanigans ongoing. Check it out. All right. That's us, guys. That's Tricks this week. We'll see you next time.
Later, everybody.